Hey, Chris. Yay, 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 yay. Love you too. And thank you for moderating. Okay, I was just giving people time to come up. Hey, Lady Gemini. Hey, Isani. How are you today? You all are doing okay? I just wanted to just come here and just thank you for the fire, Chris. Oh, I forgot to put my jewelry on. Let me get my jewelry. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get my jewelry. Uh-huh. And I find it. Yes, I do. I found my jewelry. I found my jewelry. Yes, I did. Ooh. There is a rose in Spanish Harlem. A rose in black in Spanish Harlem. Yeah. Thank you for the jams, Chris. Thank you for the jam. Yes. And hey, Date Boy TV, where you been? Where you been, Date Boy TV? Yeah. Can I do this right here? I always wonder. I said, why do people come to watch? So I don't know if you all are just coming for the gems or just is it? I mean, what is it? Because I am a very silly person by nature. Okay. Yes, I am. And I'm just loving every moment of it. And I'm so glad to see y'all. Hey, Mike, where you been, Mike? Hey, Cindy, where you been? Okay, let me see. There is a rose in Spanish Harlem. Oh, shit. I lost the lyrics. Let me go back and get the lyrics. I'm mad. Oh, man. You can just barely touch this thing and it just. There is a rose in Spanish Harlem. Y'all ever heard that? A rose in black in Spanish Harlem. Here we go. It is a special one. It never sees the sun. It only comes up when the moon is on the run. I don't even know it. Okay. And all the stars are gleaming. It's growing in the street right up through the concrete, but soft, sweet, and dreamy. Y'all know I know the words, okay? Okay, that is pretty. I love it. I love it. I don't know who made it, but I love it. I know I just heard Aretha Franklin sing her version of it. So that's why y'all gonna always hear me singing there is a rose in Spanish Harlem. Okay, that's right, Lady Gemini. It is Lady Gemini. It is says it's Aretha Franklin. That's correct. There's another guy that also sings this song, and I can't remember his name. Hey, Sean Butterfly. Y'all, hey, Christopher. You look new. How are you? Can I burp? Excuse me. Just having some pineapple juice. I cannot strip. Hey, Miss Jazz. I cannot look, check this out. This is March of 2020 during the fakeopolis. I'm trying, okay, apocalypse. Fakeopolis. That's what I'm naming it. The fakeopolis. Is that gonna work? Fake apocalypse. The fake apocalypse. The fake apocalypse. The fake apocalypse. That's what it is, a fake apocalypse. That's what we're going through right now. Never in our history have we ever gone through such a thing. Okay, so but we're here and let's make the best out of it. God damn it. We're gonna make the best out of it, okay? We're gonna take to the streets and we're gonna make the best out of it, okay? We're gonna go and get our ish because guess what? This is our time now. It's ours, okay? So, which is a good thing, but it's just like, you got to go through the madness first. Once you cross over the madness and stuff, you know what now? Here you go. Everybody who wants a business can have a business, and the corporations can no longer, you understand, dictate to us whatever they want to have us to buy from them. We're going to be buying from each other. So this is what I kept telling y'all was going to happen. Here it is. I even said, y'all, we're going to have to make up our own jobs. Here it is again. We got to make our own jobs. Yes, we are, going to have to do that because the corporations just cannot just admit, hey, you know what I'm saying? We are failing. It's time for us to file bankruptcy. We just cannot take care of the demands and the needs of the people. So you millennials, we're counting on you. How many millennials are in here right now? Hey, Akita's Garden, how you doing? How many? It sucks you cannot have any music. Y'all, I'm just going to have to make some music. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much silence, Millennials. How many millennials are in here? How many? Hey, Candace. Okay, Candace said take notes from those small villages. Okay, Chris is a millennial. Okay, we're counting on you. Candace is a millennial. Okay. Okay. So, it's all about what y'all gonna do with this. Do y'all know what y'all gonna do? See, people don't realize this time off, I know it's difficult because we're like wondering, hey, how we gonna pay the bills? How are we gonna buy food? What are we gonna do? This is when it's time to come to social media and it's time to tap into your witchiness. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all the witches are going to inherit the earth. No one believed me. So you have time to think, you got time to research, you got time to practice. That's what another thing I was saying, I said, a lot of people don't know who they are. They have defined themselves by where they work at, Somebody said, well, who are you? Oh, I'm a bus driver. That's what you think you're a bus driver? Who are you? I'm a postman. I'm a nurse. I'm a supervisor at Coca-Cola. You're none of those things. Those things do not define you. They're duties. That may be one of the duties you've chosen to embark on. Who are you? You got time now. You're laid off of work. You got time to figure out who you are. See, when you find out who you are, then you are ready to find out what skills you got. Or like what skills will pay the bills. Am I right? Okay. Akita says that's the matrix mindset. Ashley, how you doing? Okay, Ashley said, yes, ma'am. I don't want anybody to panic. And I know y'all said, Mama, it's easy for you to say that, but you don't have small kids and stuff like that. But I'm just telling you the truth. This is the time to go in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? Go in your backyard, look at the trees, look at the bushes, look at the flowers, look at the grass. You know what I'm saying? This is time to pay attention to nature. Even though now they're saying, hey, they don't want us in public places. They don't want us to socialize. They don't want us in parks. They don't want, you see? So, they want us to be alone, So if we're going to be alone, we're going to be alone in nature. We're going to be talking to trees. We're going to be talking to the butterflies, to the bees. We're going to start getting familiar, you understand, with those things we've taken for granted. We're going to be listening to the birds. What you got to tell me, I've noticed a lot of bird activity lately. It's just like they just want to just give us a word of encouragement. I mean, you would be surprised, y'all. These are starting to irritate my eyes and stuff like that. They just want to give us a word of encouragement. Let's listen to them. Okay, let's see what they got to say. Meanwhile, I also told you all to talk to your children. Some of you have small children. And just have a conversation with them and just let them know that things are going to change. Things are going to be a little bit different from what you're used to. You're going to be at home, and this is the time we're going to really have some family conversation. We are going to be family, and I'm saying this, but I'm experiencing this social distance with my daughters. Believe it or not, especially my oldest daughter. I'm experiencing this. And it is because a lot of like millennials, older adults, and stuff like that, they are trying to establish their independence, which is natural and everything. And even to the point of saying things to us like, my oldest daughter, like, why are you and dad out? What if y'all catch the coronavirus and, trying to, in a sense, parent us. So, you have that. I know there's some millennials in here, and at the same time, too, is her way of expressing concern and everything. But at the same time, too, like I told my daughter, I'm not living in fear. I am going to continue to and live my best life. You see, because I have made it up in my mind that if I'm one of the ones to go ahead and, get on the next spaceship to go and transition to the next phase, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. And I'm not saying that's easier said than done when it comes. I mean, I'm not saying that for you all, it's just going to be that easy, because a lot of you all got your whole life ahead of you, and you're a lot of you all want a family eventually, and you young people and stuff like that. Excuse me, tip of my nose is itching. This thing's make my nose itch, and I'm not, trying to belittle the fact that you all want to live. I'm just only speaking for myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I got a lot to live for too. I'm a middle-aged woman. It ain't like I'm in my 80s and 90s and just ready to go ahead on and walk on across the bridge. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I mean, like, what can you do? I'm dosed up on vitamin C, loaded up on D3. You understand what I'm saying? And mama got her blood pressures in her body, her blood pressure medicine in her body and everything. And mama been exercising and moving around, and you know what I'm saying? And I just been living. I feel like living my life always on edge and anxious and everything is going to put me in a situation where I will have a lower immune system. And I've had a low immune system since childhood. My childhood immune system was a wreck, you know, and I was always forced to take a spoonful of cod liver oil every single day. And I'm finding that those things those regimens my mom had me on actually work, and I'm like, I can't forget what I used to do. So if we know we're eating the best nutritious diet that we can eat, and and if you're not, you got your supplements and stuff, and you're doing what you're supposed to do, there's no need to be frightened of getting whatever this is. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we should have been scared a long time ago when the flu virus was out there. That's what's killing everybody, the flu. Okay, so it's just like, are any people in here off work right now? Any people off work here right now? Hey, Chastain, how you doing? Good. Chastain said, I went to buy vitamins today, and then things have gotten very expensive. Yes, it's time for them to price gouge right now. That's why I said buy it up. I mean, I'm going tomorrow. I already got on board 10 bottles of vitamin C. And it's not that I'm the one that's taking everything off the shelves and not leaving anything behind for you, but it's just like I've been collecting these vitamin C's for the last 2 months. I just go and get a bottle and go and get a bottle and go and that's why I was shocked. Okay, so I was shocked about 2 months ago when I got a terrible cold. Y'all probably heard me going through it. Who knows? It could have been the flu. I have never had anything like that before. It was difficult to get rid of. And so I was shocked because I got on a liquid vitamin C just before it happened. I let my guard down and I stopped taking my D3 because I said, okay, I might not necessarily need it because I was eating papaya every morning, which I can't even find a papaya nowhere. And so I thought I was good. And all of a sudden, I got this cold that my son brought from his girlfriend. And that little boy, she's got, he got a cold from her and he brought it over here to us. And Mr. Woodard had a hard time getting rid of that. You know what I'm saying? We're like older people. We're not millennials. We're baby boomers. And so, as you grow older and everything, your immune system goes down a little bit. But that angered liquid vitamin C angered me so bad that I managed to catch it anyway. And I put down my vitamin C time release pills to take that and give it a shot because I spent so much money for it and it tastes good. You just add, so much of it to water or beverage and you drink it up and it's supposed to heighten your immune system. But I actually still wound up with a cold. So I was so furious because I think I spent like $30 for it. I was so furious I threw it in the trash can. It's worthless. Thank you. Okay, Akita says kiwi, which I'm allergic to kiwi, y'all. I can't eat it. I never will forget when I ate that kiwi. I ate a kiwi. And look, check this out. I love kiwi. I would always eat kiwis. But one day, I ate a kiwi. And when I ate it, you know how, I don't know if anybody ever felt it, like we can inhale, exhale. And it seemed like I inhaled and it stopped. My breathing stopped. It was like, and I ran outside and there was this tickly itch in my throat all the way down to my lung. I had to go to the emergency room. I was taken to the emergency room where they had to give me like epi shots and stuff like that. I had epi shots. I had IV hooked to me. It was almost a near death allergic reaction. And so the doctor was asking me questions. He said, "What are you allergic to?" I have a peanut allergy. But I kind of grew out of it. But peanuts would make me have just itch. I would have bumps. And when I tell you my immune system is just like an all-time, not so up, it's low. I had peanut allergies that hospitalized me as a child. And I had bumps everywhere, all on my back and butt. And I was just scratching and everything. And my mom, and they sent me home because they didn't know what it was. And then she brought me back because welts was just forming all over my body. And see, I used to like peanut butter jelly sandwiches. And the doctor's like, we're going to have to admit her in the hospital because I was scratching till I was just bleeding. And they put me in the hospital. They said she has a peanut allergy. Never let her eat another peanut ever again. So, growing up, my mom would always say, you don't supposed to have peanut butter. You don't supposed to have peanuts. So when I got grown, I started eating them. And knock on wood, they don't do anything to me anymore. So it was like I grew out of that allergy. But the doctor said it can come back. I'm allergic to grass. I'm allergic to peanuts. I'm allergic to pecans. Now, pecans make my breath short. That's something I don't really play with. But my mom said that's all she ate when she was pregnant with me, pecans and water. And I'm also allergic to peaches. Of all things, but I eat them anyway, but I eat them in small amounts, and I'm allergic to rainbow trout, fish and everything. So I have a lot of allergies, y'all, lots of allergies. But I said all this to say that, I can't eat no kiwi, baby. You can that's the worst allergic reaction I remember, and that was real recent. That was about 10 years ago. You could not pay me to put a kiwi, and some said kiwi. I don't want none. I don't know kiwis. That I thought I was gonna die. Y'all, you eat these things and you will feel like you're gonna die. And so, what the doctor told me, he said anything that contains anything that grows on a birch tree, you have a birch tree allergy, is what he said. So let me get back in here. Okay, Akita says soy too. Okay. Oh, you're right, Akita. I heard that peanuts are GMOs. That's it's not a natural growing actual food, I guess. Maybe, huh? And I was surprised to find out carrots are GMOs. And I was like, whoa. They create these fruits and vegetables in laboratories. So many years ago, it wasn't really a carrot. And then they modify them, because watermelons used to be stringy and very little water and stuff, and they modified it to be more watery. They've also modified the actual avocado. Avocado used to be mostly the seed with a little flesh and meat, but they create them so you can have all of this meat and stuff. So hell, we GMOs, okay? Thank you. Chastain Stone says 34 viewing and 21 thumbs ups. Can we get the thumbs up? Can we get them, get them, get them? I'm so happy to see y'all, man. I was fired up last night. Mama eyes was popped up wide open and stuff. I was looking crazy. Because that right there, it just really, I was mad. Because I had started a video no more than 2 or 3 minutes and they actually flagged it. I contacted YouTube and they put the video back up, and y'all may have seen it. It's only 3 to 4 minutes, and all I was saying, okay, you got the right one. I got my cell phone because they stopped me from. I got you. You got the right. Next thing I know, the video was gone, and it was going to be a packed house because in 2 to 3 minutes we already had about 25 people up in there. I was finna get ready to get on. They said, no, you ain't. We already know what you gonna do. We gonna go on here and shut this shit down. They went out. It was gone. Mama like that right here. What? I talked about that all last night. Mr. Willie got tired of listening to it. Y'all, this thing got the tip of my nose itching. I don't know about this. Y'all, and y'all could at least told me I got it on crooked. Why y'all got me walking around with a crooked neck? I just love this look. I just got to pose, y'all. Give me a minute. There is a rose in Spanish Harlem. Oh, I just love this look, y'all. One day I'm gonna have the lights on so y'all can see all of my fabulous makeup. No, which I don't have makeup on. I just got, well, you might say it, lipstick, and I got the lipstick right around the eyes. So that's what it is here. Okay, it is what it is. Mama's trying to bring some beauty here. I don't know. Oh, Akita, thank you for reminding me. I need to get me some CBD. Ain't had none of that in so long. Mama used to get up around 8 o'clock in the morning when she had her CBD in her system. And like I said, that old bad cold looked like it reset everything right back to, you know what I'm saying, to no progress. Mama was making so much progress. Her progress was gone when that happened. Okay, that's an adverse reaction, says Akita. Oh, y'all, why? Y'all, wait a minute. I got an allergy to this mask too because it got me itching red there. Red there, him. Get some mullein tea, says Lady Gemini. Okay, I'm going to add that to my collection because one thing about it, we're going to have all our teas and stuff sitting in the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have nothing else. We're going to have our herbal teas. Akita said oregano, eucalyptus, and a tea tree and sage. Sage, EO. We got an herbalist here. Sexy Beautiful, how you doing? 19 says, I've been using CBD. It works. Of course, it really does. And a lot of people will say you're a weed head and all that, but what they don't realize, and a lot of people don't like it because they say synthetic weed. You hear a lot of controversy about it, but it doesn't do anything like to make you high because that element of it is not in there, so you're not getting a high or anything like that. It's just those properties that actually are the healing properties, the healing derivatives of the plant is more or less profound in the actual CBD, and you get a chance to benefit from all of that. They even got some CBD water, y'all. I had CBD water. And I'm gonna tell you what made a big difference for me is when I had the CBD lollipops. They were so good. And I'm telling you, I didn't have to have much, and I was good. But colds are viruses, and viruses. This seems like they reset your immune system. you know, and and that's the danger behind viruses, because what viruses will do, they once they're in your body, they it's not like they go away. I mean, they're still there. These are irritating me. They're in there waiting, you understand, on an opportunity for your immune system to go down so that they can cause more symptoms. So we have a lot of viruses in our bodies and we don't even realize it. Just that I think the most our bodies can do, our immune systems can do, is disable it. You understand? Not necessarily kill it, but disable it. But at the moment your immune system is down, honey, it's coming back. Okay. Chris, our moderator said, guys, be safe with elderberry. Once you're sick, it is advised, I'm sorry, to stop taking it. There's an ingredient that won't react well with the flu symptoms. Okay. Thank you for that information. Hey, Mary's World, how you doing? Thank you so much for moderating. And she says, if you guys haven't hit the like button, please do so now. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Mary. Could y'all please hit the like button? Thank you so much. Candace says, was it Corona? Okay, let's talk. Okay, what do you mean, was it Corona? And I talked to you all about that Corona situation. I'm ready to talk, baby. I'm ready I'm ready to do this. Hello, I want to know. I want to know. I'm finna get ready to find this out right now. Did y'all look up the Corona mass ejection? Coronal, don't at the L, mass ejection. Let me get my cell phone. Y'all looked up that? Did anybody look up the coronal mass ejection? And I need to get back down to the bottom because I know I need to acknowledge some people who may have just made. Okay, Ashley says Latin African markets have cheap herbs in abundance if anyone has access to them. Okay, thank you for that. Try to shop local, might be able to find it cheaper. Okay. Okay, Lady Gemini says, I'm not working at the moment. I relocated, Mama, so I'm not working at all. Okay, now it's easy for me to say beautiful moment, honey, baby. Beautiful moment. But you might say, Mom, I got bills to pay. That's why they want us to have these houses and cars and all this stuff on us like a ball and chain. Because when you're dragging that ball and that chain, you just can't get away. But you're in a position now, honey, to discover whatever gifts and talents you got to make that money. You understand what I'm saying? This is the time to all of you all to dedicate your time, not only to your small children, if you have one, to your family, because some of our families, we're going to just leave them behind because they just there. The matrix got them, that let the matrix have them. Let them have them, because everybody ain't supposed to go where we're going. But this is the time to connect with your ancestors, your loving ancestors, and the spirits and everything that have your best interest in mind. This is the time. Wake up every morning. Sometimes I forget, but throughout the day I'll talk to them and stuff. This is the time to communicate with them and stuff and let them know this is what's going on. People might be looking at you crazy. Ancestors, get on in this car with me. I'm finna go. Come on, spirits. I need y'all to work something out. If y'all can't work this out, honey, go and find somebody who can. We got to get this situation under control. We can't be panicking and everything because our money is low. We can't be worried. We got to tell our spirits and our ancestors this. We're supposed to be talking to them. They can make a path where there's nothing but brush and you can't get by. You understand? They can find you an alternative path if a brick wall is in your way. They can show you a detour. Trust in your spirits. They've never led me astray. And I know one thing they told me this year I don't supposed to do. They said, Don't you take not one vaccine. Don't let them stick no needle in your body. You understand? Now, you all may want to do it. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna try our best not to let them stick us with this. Cause let me tell you why I'm saying this. Now, and it may be hearsay, but the word is that Donald, not him, that Bill Gates is supposed to be flying his ass, flying his evil corpse looking ass out to Africa and give them 300 some thousand such and such of corona vaccines. Now, like I said, it might not be true. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's I got the information wrong, but I'm like, I beg your pardon. You mean to tell me you're gonna skip all over the folks here who suffering? Here, you ain't gonna take care of the people in your own backyard. You're gonna go all the way over here to Africa and give them what you ain't giving us. So Africa, this probably gonna get flagged too. Look, Africa, I'm talking to you, Africa. Don't you dare let that come into your country and give your citizens no vaccine that we ain't even had. We ain't even had none of it. How in the world you gonna offer it to them? I mean, has this been tested? And if it's been tested, has it been tested on who? And I want to get the chance to meet them. You understand? So they're gonna be offering all kind of vaccines, the corona vaccines and stuff and all of that. But that's what's gonna actually give you the so-called, what. Okay? That's right. That's what I said. Because they have to give you the flu vaccine so that you can go and infect someone else. And they want to infect you with the airborne one. So when you go hachoo, it can go head on and travel all in the wind to everybody so they can get it too. This is just how sinister this thing is. Candace said, try to shop local, might be able to find it cheaper. What are we looking for here? Lady Gemini says, I'm not working at the moment. I located mama. Okay, we talked about that, didn't we? Okay. Okay, so I want you to heed me what I say, Lady Gemini, okay? Pull them green candles out, okay? I'll get that lamp out. Because it may get to the point we can't even get our hands on candles because everybody done caught on now. Everybody burning them green candles now. Everybody got them candles now. Hey, Brown Sugar, how you doing? You off too? Okay. Okay. Miss J.S. says she's off by choice. Okay. Ashley says she's working from home. Beautiful. Okay, you say you moved here in December, Lady Gemini, and those birds keep showing up. They got a message for you, baby, okay? Oh, thank you. Chastain Stone said, Mama looking so groovy. Yes. Y'all know I got to do this for a while. Okay. Reminds me of Grace Jones. She's so beautiful. Okay, Lady Gemini is talking to Chris Kane and says, that's how I've been receiving those visits as loved ones stopping by. Akita said, no fear. We ain't got no business fearing. My oldest daughter is in fear. She's locked up in a cage in her house, which I need to talk about that too. Because if they cue us, and I told y'all Q is quarantine. So if you hear me say Q, you know what I'm talking about. If we get cued, which, we need to have something in the house, okay? Because being cued is not good. It's not nice. It's not nice, okay? It is not nice because especially if you in the city and you're in an apartment, they don't want you to come out the door. But some people are, voluntarily quarantining themselves because of a good reason, because they may have like some issues and stuff, as far as their health, and it's best for them. And so it is understandable. But my daughter's like, Mama, why you all over the place? I'm scared you might bring it over here to me. So you know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. I was gonna say something, but I ain't gonna say nothing about like what is really going on with that stuff. Oh, Asher said we're not ready for y'all to go. This life is a fantasy, said Akitas. It is. You wake up to another time script, is exactly what you do when you transition from this one. That's exactly what you do. A cardinal is a loved one. Yes, that's what I heard. It's an angel from heaven, says Chris. Today I heard a omen today, and I've accepted it. And there was an owl that it was funny. I got out of the car today, and the owl said, "Oh." That's okay. You got a message, didn't you, from the dark world? I'll see in the dark world. I'll see dark omens. You know what I'm saying? They see bad omens and stuff. And he was like, oh. And then one time I was talking to him and I was kind of like ugly into him and stuff like that. And two family members died. So I was like, okay, well, let me stop. I'm not, because Auntie got on me about that. She said, stop cussing the dead and stop cussing the mouths out. So I've learned to accept, that, they are just messengers. They just are trying to let us know, what we don't know. And then I told Mr. Wood, I said, you know what, Mr. Wood, I said, the winged beings, the owls, the birds, they're actually our guardian angels. They're our guardians and stuff. And I know y'all saying, duh, Mama, you mean to tell me you just not figured it out? Yeah, I just figured it out, red birds, when they show up, they're good omens. Red birds are saying, you know what I'm saying? It's just a spirit saying, hey, look, pick your head up. It's going to be all right. I see bluebirds like that too. And blackbirds are companies and crows are companies and stuff like that. A lot of people are afraid of ravens, but ravens are very intelligent. They are like intelligence beings, meaning that they're giving you like this information from this world, that is trying to give you some information. It's not necessarily bad information or a bad omen and stuff like that, but it's something, when you see them, it's like, you need to pay attention to your life. It's somewhere you're making some mistakes. You need to get those straightened out, but omens from owls are saying, hey, look, something is not so good out there, and something is not so good in there, and so I occasionally I hear them a lot, and so I was like, okay, respectfully, I was like, you got a message for me. And for a minute it waited and it said, oh. And so I said, okay. I went and I said it back to it. I said, woo, back to it, And I said, I know, I'm a witch and you came to give me information and stuff like that. I really appreciated it. So we went in the den and we try to watch TV, and it was actually like on the deck. And it said, woo, and it had a friend, woo. And I said, okay, come on now, bring it, but bring me a remedy. Show me in advance how I can fix this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure there is a way to fix it, but the way I fix it is say, Lord, take somebody else instead. Pass me and my family members this time, Lord. So I just go like that, and then I start preaching and I praying. And so I start praying. So when you do get these omens, it's time to start praying. You know what I'm saying? It's time to pray. It's time to talk to the universe. So we just tend to just go on and pretend as if we don't hear it and stuff like that. But birds have really come to me. I cannot escape a bird, y'all. They be coming over here and stuff like that. And sometimes they let me know, hey, we want to eat. I hadn't put bird food out yet, but I'm gonna make sure I get some bird food out for them and stuff like that, because I just love to hear them in the mornings and stuff. And one time I had one that would always pick on the window. So I was like, oh, this is when I first moved here. And I was like, and then I was in the back putting the clothes in the closet when I first moved here and I heard it. I was like, they're watching us. Now, let me tell you what was strange about it. I remember, and I'm just talking around in my mouth. Look, I remember when I moved from my old house and I used to have a bird feeder on the deck. And I would get these birds that would show up and they would sit on the table because I had a patio table on the deck and stuff. And they had the little cushions and stuff on them. And the birds would come in and it was like they were sitting to the table and having breakfast. And I just spoiled them because I used to like to get them the ones with the raisins and nuts and all of the little fruits and stuff in it and everything. And they would just chitter chatter, and they'd be talking amongst each other. And I would let them have the fig tree, and they'll leave me a few figs until one time I opened one up and it had some worms in it. I'm like, I ain't never ever gonna eat no fig off this tree, but I think you have to spray it with something. But and I remember the last time I said, they don't know I'm going to move. They don't know. And I remember seeing these two mockingbirds and they were there eating and stuff. And I was like sad. And I was like, y'all just don't know. I'm not going to be here long, and I'm going to miss y'all and everything. And so I moved and I came to this house because I wanted to just get away from the clutter of these people that did not like me. There was like a lot of people that didn't like me over there in that neighborhood and stuff. Because I remember this dude I grew up with named Ricky. Ricky never liked me growing up as a kid. He told me, he said, I hate you. We don't like you. We want you gone. And so he moved in with his parents. And y'all remember when I was in that other house, I heard him go to the lady next door. And he said, you know what? It's going to take us some time, but we're going to get her away from here. We don't want witches in our neighborhood. It's exactly what he said and everything. And so I got tired of it. I got my stuff and I left. And here, I don't have any trouble. Everybody mind their own business. Don't nobody bother me because my neighbors are spaced out and stuff like that. But I went in that back room back there and I was putting my clothes up in the closet and stuff like that. And I was just happy, because I said, oh, finally, I'm away from those people. I'm away from the city. I hate Birmingham. I hate that place. I'm just going to let y'all know I hate Birmingham. So I had to go there yesterday. I heard. And I looked out the window like, what the hell is that? And it was two birds at the window. The same looking birds. I can't say they the same one. I can't say for sure they the same actual individual bird, but they were on that deck, the deck on the side of the house. And I was like, y'all came. Y'all followed me here. Oh my God. And those same two birds, for a minute, they hung around till I got, adjusted to this house and everything. And every so often, the mockingbird comes to visit, So yeah, mockingbirds are, I won't say mockingbirds are my birds. I just said I'm fascinated with the fact that the mockingbirds came, but they're very noisy. They make a lot of noisy noise. You know what I'm saying? They're loud. I had two fighting on the front porch the other day. They always come in twos. My favorite bird, y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm saying all of this to say this right here. You all who can put you some bird feeders out. You got a little time off and everything from work. Put a bird feeder out. Connect with the birds. Connect with nature. You understand? I cannot stress this enough. Put your feet in the grass. Walk in some grass. Don't get depressed. As long as we are one-on-one with nature, you understand, we just cannot go wrong. No one can tell me we can go wrong. You understand? Get to know the birds because they are once again the angels. They're the angels and stuff from the universe and from the heavens and stuff. All of them, even the vultures and the buzzards. And I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. Y'all really want to know my favorite bird besides the finch. I love the finch. I love the owl, the buzzards. I think the buzzards are badass. If I could have my own buzzard, I would. I have lots of buzzards that come in my yard. I actually will throw things out for buzzards because I had a buzzard in my yard here about a few months ago, and wow, it was a sight to see. It was huge. And we also had an eagle. An eagle was in the yard, and it was long and big, and I was like, oh my God. And my son was working in a place where there was a lot of children and stuff. And he said that there were small children, like a daycare setting, like with a lot of small kids. And he said this huge owl landed, and it was just like looking at the kids. And he said that he could see the eyes zooming in and out like a camera and stuff. And I said, he looking for a meal, you know what I'm saying? Because here, this they told me to be careful when I had puppies, because they said, you know, um eagles have actually took off with people's pets and animals and stuff, y'all. We have some big ones over here. Okay, let me get back in here. Let me go back in here, y'all. Look at here, look at here, look at here, look at here. What's up in here? Okay. Hey, Papa K, how you doing? Akita said they are amazing, though they are. They are amazing. They're so strong with their big wings and stuff, and they can fly to high heights and stuff. And we be seeing them flying way up in the sky. They're like massive looking birds. Me too, Felix. I love owls and eagles. I never will forget. I fell in love with the owl. I said the owl is my actual totem. I didn't know it was going to really become my actual totem. I was just running my mouth. I love hawks too, by the way. I know. I remember seeing, and I'm like, that was a bad omen. This man was in a mall, and he had an owl, and he had like some other kind of like a huge hawk in there and stuff like that. And he let you take a picture with it. And I remember that owl. I never will forget. It was a lot of people in there. That owl was staring at me. And Al was staring at Mama, y'all. He had his head turned just like this. I mean, like, oh my, like he okay, way around here, like he can turn his head way around there. And he was just had his head around there looking at me. I was like, oh Lord, I just fell in love with that owl. But it was in the daytime. That was a bad omen. I mean, that's the way I see him. And he was in captivity, so I don't know. But I made a mistake. Aja is my favorite bird in the whole wide world. Yes, she is. Aja, Aja, you want to talk to him? Aja, I'm in the chat. She's quiet. Papa K said, I was looking at your video about men can hoodoo women. Mama, you telling all the secrets. LOL. Okay, Felix, how you doing? Felix says, yes. I got a little raspiness in my voice. Why? Tell you why I got a raspiness in my voice. Yesterday, I said, let me go to Birmingham. Went to Birmingham and everything. It was 80-some degrees here, and so I put on a sundress. Got to Birmingham, and the temperature was low. So I was out there with nothing on my arms, almost froze up there. And then the cold air went on ahead and came down here. So Mama got a little, a raspy itch in her throat. And I cannot tell my oldest daughter that, because she'd be like, Mama, you might be coming out with the coronavirus. She seems like she's like one of those passive, she's passive aggressive. She's a passive aggressive pessimist. I think I got the coronavirus. Mama, you need to stay out from outside. You may have the coronavirus, and you may bring me the coronavirus, or I may give you the coronavirus. She's that type of person. And I'm like, I'm like wondering, do she need a mental health check? I mean, like, sister girl, we need to talk. Her and her husband ain't working right now. They ain't working. So this thing has affected them too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, spend that time, you understand, connecting to spirit. But telling her that is like telling this rattle that. Okay? Spend some time indulging in your spirituality, okay? Okay? You hear me? Say something. Oh, Akita said, don't mind her. Okay. Okay, so Akita is my new daughter. Akita's my daughter. Okay. Yeah, there you got it. And she's got my grandbabies right now. Okay. Fila. No, I'm just one of her moms. Okay. Just one of them. She's got other moms. I'm just one of them. Okay. Fila said, is a witch too, or you're only one who a witch? Oh, no, no, no. I'm the only witch. I'm the only witch. Oh, how sweet Akita said, I accept. I'm the only witch in the family. Hey, Chula Green. Chula Green said, my husband has been very negative too. He is also a rattle. Can't tell him nothing. Chula is bad. Chula, it's so bad it was getting in my chest. And some said, stop, just back off or you have a heart attack. Me just telling both of my daughters, both of them, we need a family conference. Nothing. We need to talk. Nothing. Y'all need to put food up. Get as much food as you can. Nothing. My daughter's like, oh, I don't hug anybody. But you be hugging that man, though, don't you, girl? Mm-hmm. Wonder where he be at. Papa K says, so you was just born with the gift. Yeah, witches are born, honestly. Even though I got a book right now, and I do believe it, but you got to embrace it. All women are natural born witches. Men are witches too. But every woman is not willing to embrace her witchhood or her witchiness. Okay? So don't forget that. Here's the book here. And I guess y'all said, Mama, you are peddling that book. And the book says all women are natural born witches. Okay? I did the cover art. And here are some of the words in the actual book. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, Miss Mary might be sick and tired of me, but I thank Miss Mary because she has actually taught me how to write a book. Y'all need to check out Mary's World. She's so sweet. Miss Mary is a very kind lady. And she's opened me up to another world. She really did. And I said, now I understand what the title of your YouTube channel is, Mary's World. And so here are some of the actual pages in the book. And so it's colorful. And if you'd like to order a copy, you can look down in the description box. And there's an Amazon link where you can just click on it and check it out. You can do an ebook if you just want to read it on your computers or something, or on a Kindle device or something, you know what I'm saying, on your tablets or on your phones. Or you can get this book. You can get it off the website. If you say, Mama, I just want an autographed copy, you get an autographed copy. Mama did some art. I drew some pictures on the book, and I mean, they're cute. I drew some pretty pictures because some people had orders. So far I've gotten a few orders and stuff. So thank you all for actually supporting Mama and picking the book up. Like I say, this is more of a beginner's book for you newbie witches, you novice witches and stuff. And it takes you very slowly. A lot of people may be like, oh, but Mama, this is so basic. But a basic is good when you're first starting out, don't you think so? Huh? There are places for notes so you can make a grimoire out of it. But the second book, you better be ready, baby. I'm trying to get you ready with the first one. It's a trilogy, okay? The second one, that's all I got to say. Okay. Hey, Melanin Dawn, where you been? She says, cool. Akita said, yes. Phila says, I'm the only witch in my family, but have have an aunt that is a witch too, and she's a Wiccan. Look, let me tell you something. I haven't met a witch yet that has had one of the most amazing lives, as far as, like, you know, when you were a kid, everything just, oh my God, I just love my life, you know, and everybody is so good to me. And, you know, I don't have any problems. And you know what I'm saying? I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth and everything. I hadn't met a witch with a life like that. Most witches have had trouble in their life, you know, because they know we are witches. It's a spirit in here. When she does that, she's detected a spirit. Who's in here? And what do you want? Yeah, I guess I made a profound statement when I said that. You know, so people really mistreat witches. So when you look at the witch hunt and the witch trials, I mean, it's true. You know what I'm saying? People are not like, you know, people don't take too kind to us. So you know you're a witch if you always got somebody on your back all the time. And you ain't messing with nobody. You ain't bothering. Y'all can type my name in now. And on here on YouTube, type in Spirit Tree. You will see all of these people coming out the woodworks for me. There's one particular man that has actually used my YouTube name. You understand? Exploited my YouTube name, my actual hard work here on YouTube to build his channel. Matter of fact, got more views talking about me than any other content creator. And I said that is interesting. He gets more views talking about me than I get views creating content. Okay, and I said it's only because I'm a true witch. People don't take too kindly to her. Now Sonny said, but she's not a witch. Akita said we have to protect ourselves. Exactly. Yes, Melvin Dawn, it's true. It's true. A lot of people will try to start their channels up by just taking try to take shots and stuff on people who have, a following, a large following. But you can't take it personal. You just got to know that you have the popularity they need to drive a channel. It's no sense in flagging people like that because YouTube is not what they say they are. They say they don't promote bullying, they don't tolerate bullying, but at the end of the day, it's at their discretion. You understand? Because I even tried to flag some of that stuff, and YouTube did nothing but say, we're going to take your channel instead. We're going to take your channel. Like, just leave that up here and don't bother it. You know what I'm saying? But if it was the opposite way around, they would take both of my channels down. So, I really appreciate YouTube, but YouTube is a very racist place. Let's talk now. And they do promote bullying. As long as you're not bullying one of their own. Okay. Oh boy, yes, they do, Melanin Dawn. They know what happens when they steal. You understand? A lot of people think that, that this type of work, when you have to punish someone, is instant. It's not instant, it's imminent. You may find something wrong with one of your children one day. You understand? And this is, and I'm just telling the truth because Auntie taught me this. She said, you can be as a kid, taunting someone. It could be an old person that may have some type of problem. They have a tick or something other like that. Little children tease them and laugh at them. And then when the children are born, the children might be born with something really, really horrible. Some kind of syndrome, cancers, all kind of stuff. So we have to be careful how we treat people, especially witches. It's true. You may lose somebody you love, might be one of your mama, your daddy, or anything. You gotta respect witches. You're gonna have some dog days ahead of you, especially elder witches. These witches get old, you better leave them alone, baby. Because people can wish what they got on you, and if a person got like right now, I can wish high blood pressure on my enemies. Simple as that. And then people be wondering how come their blood pressure is running high. If somebody got some type of ailment, don't bother them. Auntie said she used to laugh at this woman had a club foot, so her foot was turned inward. And she laughed at that lady and laughed at that lady. And she said she got up one morning, her foot was turned in, and she said she almost tripped up and couldn't walk. She said Vanita had to go over there and beg that woman's pardon. And then her foot straightened out. Melanie Dawn said, my daughter's father lost his unborn son. See, and then people want to jump on you and say, oh, you this, you low down, you evil, you dirty. It's not us doing it. We can't help it. It's our spirits. Just like they talk about the child witches of Africa and stuff, and how they have to banish them from villages and stuff, because they say it's not the actual child, but the fact the child is a witch, the spirits of the child is the one retaliating. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they said we're evil and wicked and stuff. When I was born, my mom said not my mom, but I went and looked at the records. I wanted to know, Mama wanted to know, I wanted to know who my birth parents were. So when I went to, and y'all probably heard the story, when I went to the state of Alabama, her social worker got the actual file out, and she told me who my mom was, and I almost called that woman name. I will say this, and I'm going to leave it like this. Her name, Elle. And some of my family members watch my videos and stuff. I'm gonna protect our privacy, okay? Let's call our last names. We are I'll go ahead and say it. I'll go and tell y'all my biological last name. My biological last name is. I can't do that, I almost call my biological name, y'all. My last biological name and stuff, and we are Liberian. We are. Do y'all really want to know my last biological last name? Yes or no? Anybody want to know? No one wants to know, so I guess I won't talk about it. We are Liberians. Akita says she wants to know. Our last name is Reeves. Reeves. Yes, that's why Mama looks African, because I am an African American, just like all y'all. Anywhere I go, I'm still African American, because Liberian. I'm actually Native. Okay. I also have this Native thing going on with the Benin and Nigeria, and I'm European and all of that. I'm all of that. I'm still white. I'm white. Even though I got kinky hair, I'm white. Can I talk about it? You'll find a white person, plenty of white people in my family. I'm also African, like Benin, Nigerian. You see all that too, don't you? You see that. And I'm also Cherokee. I'm that also. So we just mixtures. And a lot of people say, oh, I get tired of black people talking about what they got in them. But everybody else can talk about what they got in them. What's wrong with us talking about what we got in us too? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to talk about it. I got it in me too. And I'm also Liberian. So I'm half Liberian. Okay. Liberians are still African Americans. They are Americans, honestly, because, and this is why America got so much to do with going back and forth over there, like they have ownership of them, because Liberians actually worship America in a sense. They kind of worship America, and our flag there is it looks similar to an American flag if you look at it. We just don't have as many stars. We just don't have as many stars. Okay. And so they're very Americanized because they are American. So, when America say, hey, we'll send you home for when slavery was over, we'll send you home. They sent them to Liberia. They went to Liberia, but they're actually us. Does that make sense, y'all? Does that make sense? Okay, so Akita Garden says Native Amaru Khans. Okay, Native Amarucans. Oh, I like that. Native Amarucans. Now, is it Native Americans? Native Amarucans. Am I pronouncing it correctly, Akita? Off white, white, so we all white, mama, LOL. Okay. I'm white. For real. Even though mama got all of this here, I'm still white. Okay. Melanin and people are like, what you talking about? What you are? That's what you're talking about. They're gonna explain because they can explain better than me in the chat. Somebody said they getting some buffering here. Okay. Akita said it is, but Amaru Khan is our bloodline. Okay. I need to research. I need to do some research and look it up. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you. She said my chief priestess. So when y'all see us, especially when you go to New Orleans and you see the Mardi Gras Indians with the feathers and stuff, and people are like saying, oh, they're mimicking Indians or they're mimicking, the actual native or aboriginals and stuff. They're not mimicking this. This is their culture. And they still, because I was there with two chiefs as they worked out a difference between each other and stuff, and it was beautiful. I have it on floppy disk, y'all. I want to get it out so y'all can see it. But the two of them was working a conflict out, and it was amazing to see how we used to do it. We didn't do it with guns and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? So they had those beautiful feathered costumes and stuff, and they keep the tradition up. And this is the reason why they want them out of New Orleans, because they want them to forget their culture. That's what I like about island people. They don't forget. They hold their traditions, you understand, in their heart, But all of those big feathers and all of that stuff, that's our stuff. You understand? That's ours. All the way from Africa, all the way here to America. Nothing changes. We're still the same, We've always danced to drums. You can call them Native American drums. You can call them African drums. You know what I'm saying? This is the way we communicate with spirit, through drums. Same people all day long, Hey, Sunset Rose, how you doing? Oh, Lady Gemini says she was adopted and her entire name was changed as well. So you can relate, can't you? My name used to be, can't say it because you got some people that go, I can say it because ain't nobody going to be looking. You can't find it because that document, which I have the original birth certificate, it has the actual midwife's name on it and it has the doctor name on it. His name was Dr. Walker. Meaning when I was born, when I was born, I was born in a house, and the midwife actually took the paperwork to the doctor, and the doctor came over and did a little visit and did a wellness check on me and stuff like that. And he actually wrote the birth certificate out. He's got his signature on it and everything. That man is gone. And I remember, like my birth father was like talking about how it went down. He was like, he was like, with Dr. Walker, we didn't have money. He said there was no money there, and I'm not saying it was not no money there because they were poor. He said they did not use money. Money was like what am I supposed to do with this? All that money system was incorporated after the civil rights movement. I'm not saying there was no money, but they were living in a community where they did not rely on paper money. Does that make sense? So he said with that, the doctor, like, he said he rode on a bike. And I know what y'all gonna say, what? He rode on a 10-speed bike. And payments will be like a chicken or two or three chickens or something like that. That was payment. Eggs, milk, you know what I'm saying, salt, things like that. Yeah, ice, butter. That's how you paid the doctor. And this is how I was born. Metals like scrap metals and stuff like that. Something that he can like have to eat or something that he can, his payment, like have scrap metals to take it and get coins and stuff or money off of it or whatever. At one time, food stamps were not like food stamps now. Like they just give you food stamps. For one time, food stamps are like paper. They were paper in a book. But now it's like EBT, like it's on a card. But back in the day, you actually bought food stamps. You bought them. So if you needed like $10 worth of food stamps, you would probably pay $3 for the food stamps. So he gave me the rundown of how it was back in them days. And he was telling me, he said he don't like these days. He says no unity or nothing like that. People don't get together. People don't love each other no more. He said even though we were like dirt poor, he said he preferred the love of his family than to be living like this. He said, and he's still alive. He sure is. He's still alive. He's not here. He's in Detroit. And my mom is in. She's not here either. I told y'all where she is. She's in Boston. And I just hope none of my family members are watching this and everything, but she's in Boston, Massachusetts. And I've never seen her a day in my life. Never. Unless I saw her when I was a baby. I saw it in. Hey, Autumn, how you doing? Doing okay? So I always tell everybody I got two mamas. One's deceased and one's still alive. Melanie Dawn says my neighbor's son started walking just like the man she picked at for years when he became a teen. It's true. Look, y'all, it was a lady, and she was in a relationship with a man that was an albino, and she talked about that man so bad. She talked about him real bad and stuff. And so, she hated him for some reason. I don't know, maybe I don't know what happened, but she hated that man. And so she broke up with him and she met a new guy. You know what I'm saying? They fell in love, got married, and she had an albino child, y'all. She had an albino child herself. My mama told me that story. Okay, Lady Gemini said, I have a former classmate who dogged out a lot of people She now has a son that has autism, and she is not in her right mind. Oh Lord, okay, okay. So anybody, Mama said, anybody picking on me, I'm gonna give them my high blood pressure. I'm handing out my high blood pressure, our spirit, ancestors, and I'm talking to the God in me. If there's anyone poking fun at Mama, give them my high blood pressure. Okay, let them have it. Let them feel like the chest, that your heart gonna bust out their chest. Okay. Is that fair, y'all? Phyllis said, I had a good, loving family, even thought we struggled, but I've been bullied and hated since my childhood. Even though people are not being around me and scared, I try to be kind, and but they don't. Oh yeah, so it just goes back to just like I said, people know in their soul and their innateness, okay, deep down within the spirit, what you are. They know your vibrations. They know what your vibrations are. Y'all, I'm finna get ready to let y'all go. Hey, Velvet Mistress, how you doing? Hugs and kisses to you too. She says, "What's going on with you, honey? I am just, I'm blessed. I am blessed. I'm happy right now. And how are you? Okay. Sunset Roses says, hello, beautiful lady. Did not watch you for a while. Lots of things get done at night. Maybe you will see a dream about your mom. Okay. Thank you for the hearts. And you know I love the crescent moon. That's the time Mama traveled. They've been erasing Mama's memories from her travels. And she got about 10 or 15% effaced right there. Sunset Roses do. But on new moons and stuff like that, I can feel, because that place said that we're going to erase your memory, and they made good on that. But I can feel where I went. When I come back, I can feel it. I say I know where I've been but I can't recall it. So this deep, cause and I'm gonna talk about the sci-fi stuff. A lot of people call that science fiction. I'm gonna talk about that on another video. Any news on your auntie? Auntie is in a nursing home. She's in a nursing home, a frail old lady, very frail. And a lot of events had happened to auntie. A lot of events happened to auntie, y'all. Auntie had to have surgery, have partially her colon removed. And she's still saying when she get out, she's going to get another apartment. Okay. Y'all, Mama gonna have to go. Look, I just wanted to tell y'all, look, and I know y'all sick and tired of me saying this, but I want you all. What's wrong, feeling? What's wrong? So with the strange face. You got to explain that face to me, okay? Velvet Mistress says, I've been watching your videos for a long time now. The Black Magic and Demons video is my favorite. Oh, okay. Okay then, honey. I got more to talk about and everything than that, because that's why I say I want y'all to get familiar with your spirits while y'all off. Get familiar with your spirits. Get familiar with your ancestors. Some of them cannot talk. Look, let me tell you something. Some of them do not talk like we talk. Some of them are galactic ancestors. When you go back very, very far, a lot of them have gone and moved on, probably to other dimensions. Because, like I say, we're here to actually, build our consciousness and raise our vibrations and our frequencies and stuff like that, so it can match the place we want to go to when we leave here. You understand? So if you stay pretty low, and stuff, more than likely, depending on how, I think one of the lowest places you can go is down there. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that place really I believe that place is there where the fire and the brimstone is and stuff like that. So, you know, if you know you're wrong when you do what you do, you know what I'm saying, you're going to match that frequency. If you know you're wrong. If you have to go and pop the neighbor upside the head, but you feel like it's right, you know it's right. Hey, maybe your frequency is up here. I don't know. It's all about what you feel, what you program to feel. So it's true. I was talking to an 80-year-old man. And he said, baby, I hear what you say when you say you don't necessarily believe in the Lord, you don't believe in Jesus and all the church and everything. He said, but I spent my whole life in that place, even though in my heart I know some about it ain't right. He said, I feel like I still got to go because if I don't go, he said, I feel like I'm going to hell. And I understand where he's coming from because it's true. You know what I'm saying? Because we, believe it or not, set the tone for our own judgment. It's going to be you that's going to judge yourself in the long run. Okay, Melanie Dawn said, oh my God, yes, one was giving me a message in Morse code. You know what I'm saying? I used to say that, but using that terminology and stuff like that, I had somebody that was trying to criticize me and humiliate me for and insulted me because I said that my tablet actually taps in Morse code, but it actually tapped. There's tapping, but Morse code was just about the only terminology, as I said, that I knew of to describe what I was actually hearing. Like, and it was coming from my tablet. And then they went on to say, she don't have no 17-inch tablet. Yes, I do have a 17-inch tablet. Here it is, right here. I have a 17-inch tablet. It is a such thing. It's a tablet. Okay. It's a 17-inch. Oh, she's a varmint. And y'all, I went through it here on social media. It since then have died down, you know, because like you have to raise your vibrations from those type of people so that you can be out of their reach. I'm an author. I'm an author. So to the people who make fun of me, you can purchase my book. So while they were busy making fun of me, I was sharpening up my skills and drawing pictures. This is what's important. And drawing digital photos. Eat your heart out. And I'm working on the second book now. Oh, my earring fell off. Isn't that embarrassing? I'm just sitting here and the earring flew off my ear. Spirit knocked that earring off my ear. And y'all say y'all don't believe in this kind of stuff. Didn't y'all see that earring pop off my ear? Excuse me. I still got this little thing going on here. Okay. Now the pollen has died out. It's getting a little bit better. You know, our pollen is just about gone. Thank you, Akita. I want to show it to y'all again. And I'm going to be doing some more digital art and putting it on my books. All women are natural born witches. A simple cell phone. But I want to get the actual tablet to hook to my computer and start drawing on it. Matter of fact, if I can find my stylus, that tablet that I just showed you all, I can actually draw on that. Honey, they was talking about mama so bad. Even went on to say mama bragging about having 3 properties and mama this. Can I have something even? Can I have something even? I mean, have you lost any money here with me? Did you have to purchase it? I mean, did you actually make the purchases? And you want your money back now? Show me some receipts so we can reimburse you your monies, okay? Okay. So you have a lot of people in social media complaining about the money you make and what you buy with the money, but they cannot show you any receipts that they've actually given you any money to buy anything. Can I buy myself what I want even? Uh-huh. Okay. So, jealousy, man. I mean, that jealousy stuff is dangerous, man. They have some, what I like about the place I go to get my candles, they have like candles for jealousy. Because a lot of the times, when people are blessed and highly favored, and people don't want you to have it because they don't have it, and they feel like you don't deserve it because they think they're better than you are. They will come after you in jealousy and stuff. And sometimes you have to burn those candles. They do have those candles out there. And they have an oil and a bath wash for jealousy. So you burn that candle, you put the oil on you, and you'll bathe in it so you won't have trouble with people who are praying against you. I will never take my time out to pray against anybody because I could utilize that energy to pray for the things that I want. Use your energy wisely, y'all. Yeah, uh-huh. Thank you, Keita. Blessed and highly favored. How that song goes? He's brought me through hard trials, something like that. He's brought me through tribulations. Never let a day go by, and I realize don't take it for granted that we are here today. Just know that we're blessed and highly favored. Something like that. It could have been me. It would have been me. It could have been me if it wasn't for the blood. Something like that. The Clark sisters, y'all. The Clark sisters does that. Oh, I ain't able to sing that right now, Keita. Something wrong with my voice. Something is wrong with my voice because ever since that cold, occasionally I get to doing this. But I think this is ailing me because I went to Birmingham with a sundress on. 80-some degrees. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be cool today. I am not gonna be burning up. I'm not gonna be sweating because I'm gonna put on a sundress. Mama had the little string tie here, string tie there. Went up there to Birmingham. Everybody had on jackets, shirts, pants, and tennis shoes. And I know they were saying, what the? She got on. A 2-hour ride up there had an extreme temperature difference. But by the time we got back down here that night, the temperature had dropped like that because that cold come from up north and come down here. You know what I'm saying? Or go up from that and go up there. It's these different theories that the South is on the top and all and all that stuff that I'm talking about. Yeah. Yes, Akita. I love the Clark sisters too. And check them out. I think it's in April. If I'm wrong, let me know. They're supposed to have a biopic, and I want to watch it, but I don't have Lifetime. So I'm trying to see how I'm going to be able to watch that. How am I going to watch that, y'all? I'm not going to get cable TV just for one episode of something I want to see. If they had a Lifetime app, I get the Lifetime app and just watch that, just get it for 1 month to watch it. Because I want to make sure that the girls get paid their money. They deserve it. Mama ain't going to be doing no bootlegging or nothing like that. I want to make sure them girls get paid because them girls look good. And one of the girls' daughter is going to play her. Them girls look good. I want to make sure they get their money. So is there any kind of way that I can watch that biopic if I don't have cable TV? Anybody got any idea? Yeah, Akita, you might want to check it out. I think it's in April. It's going to be them and it looked like it's going to be exciting. It's going to show kind of like what they went through and stuff as children and stuff like that. And as they grew on up to become, y'all check out that the Clark sisters. I have seen. I went to see Karen Clark in person. I sure did. And her daughter was with her. I went to see her, and this was years back. I think it was like, oh, a long, long time ago, like 2005 or something, or six. And it was crazy because I wound up out of all places sitting right next to my sister. I didn't know she was coming. She didn't know I was coming. Spirit just put us together. And I'm not too fond of her, and she's not too fond of me. For a long time, I loved her, but everybody spoke to for me and say, you and your sister don't like each other, y'all don't get along. And I was like, oh, we don't. So people spoke up for me and said, hey, y'all don't get along. But it was the opposite way. She didn't like me. And I found out through the grapevine that we didn't like each other. So unbeknownst to me, I was like, whoa, trying to prove, oh yeah, we do like each other. But it was until now that I discovered, really we don't like each other, to tell you the truth. We're enemies. And my daughter she has my daughter on her Facebook. My daughter has her on my Facebook. And I don't like that. I really don't, like that at all. But anyways, it was funny because we wound up sitting next to each other. I mean, just like she's right there. And I'm like, wow, and this big, huge, you know, um, civic center. Birmingham has a huge civic center. How did we wind up next to each other? And so I was really betrayed because she didn't tell me she was coming and she brought a friend with her. Why you couldn't come with me is what I was thinking the whole time when I was sitting next to her. And so, oh, and then I seen one of her friends, and I said, I would have to ask about her through a friend because my sister went through an ordeal where she almost lost her life and everything. So we're not talking and stuff because she don't even have her number. And I was like, well, how is my sister doing? She said, that's not your sister. That's my sister. Like I said, oh, okay. But anyways, this is the kind of life I had with this lady. But like, we're not blood kin to each other. Absolutely not. We're not blood kin. But anyways, she's still my sister. You know what I'm saying? And I still love her. But she was next to me, and she has asthma, and and so me and her gave each other a hug. We sat with each other and stuff like that, and it was something that very, very emotional. Like when you're dealing with these gospel singing type places, people get emotional, and my sister got a little bit emotional, probably happy, what they call it. I got the Holy Ghost or something. And then my sister, just her breath just cut off. And it was a panic. Her friend didn't know enough about her and didn't know what was going on. And I knew what was going on. I grabbed her bag as she was just struggling to breathe. And I went in there, looked in there, and found her asthma pump. And I gave her, administer her stuff. And I was like, I was there to save her life. I was there, because she would have, I don't know what would have happened. She couldn't breathe. I just thought that was really strange to the day. I always think about that all the time. But I'm the big sister there. I'm the big sister. So, anyways, sometimes I get caught in my emotion. I like to let's just be transparent, let you all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular person. Just a regular a witch that's got a real life over here, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with that, is it? That was story time because everybody probably wondering what the hell is going on here. Okay, her friend had no clue Melanin, that she had asthma. So, if you got asthma, something like that, let the people around you, they're gonna take you places, let them know what you're going through. Let them know. Yeah, Akita, I agree. She was jealous. And I'm not saying this to say everybody that don't like me is jealous. Some people may not like me because they might not like the way I make them feel. You know what I'm saying? They say if you got people that don't like you, it could a lot of the times it could be because you may have said something that made them feel uneasy or made them feel some kind of a way. Okay, so I can give them that and stuff. But I had 3 children and she never could have any at all. She never had any children. So I think, and I always have a lot of women come to me who've never had children, and I've always had a time with them. And it's like they want to just make my life miserable. Most of my friends are friends who don't have children. Ethel, no children. My adopted mom, no children. My sister, no children. My other girlfriend that stole all my stuff out of my house, no children. Girl, you sure enough packed up your house. Girl, are you still watching? Yeah. Girl, that German sugar, you enjoyed that lady, huh? I just look at it as a gift. If you come through here and you get what you want to get, it was meant for you to have it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't even have to take it. All you have to do is say, hey, look, check this out, girl. I love this restaurant quality black pepper. You mind if I have some? I will let you have it. Okay, girl. Or I'll give you some money so you can get your own. Melanie Dawn says she was not even a real friend because she didn't know anything important. No, thank you, Melanie. I was like, what? What is going on here? And it was like to a point where I don't know if Karen knew it when she was singing or not. But, Karen, girl, you need to know somebody was about to expire at one of your concerts and stuff over there. Because, everybody was like, should we call 911 and everything? And so I was digging in the bag and I got her whatever you call that thing. It's a thing you pump. Inhaler, that's what it was. Okay. Velvet said, who is the gal that makes videos about you, mama? She says you're a fraud and whatever, and she's another witch to talk about jealousy. My thing is, what we need to understand about the word fraud, unless you have paid someone money to do a service for you, you cannot get away with calling a person a fraud. I cannot call Reverend Ike a fraud. Why? Because and a lot of people may not know who Reverend Ike is. Reverend Ike was this guy that he was a minister and stuff, and I really liked Reverend Ike. He would always preach prosperity. You know what I'm saying? TD Jakes is like the modern day Reverend Ike. But Reverend Ike was a handsome man. And he had silky hair. He was a black man with silky, wavy hair and stuff. People would say he was a fraud. People would say he was a scam artist. They would say all of these different things. But I cannot say Reverend Ike was a fraud because I've never purchased anything from him. So I say that if a person says I'm a fraud, they should be able to produce some evidence, produce receipts. Where are your receipts? What was you frauded out of? Well, then they said, well, I read this right here, and this person says you are one. Only that person that has receipts have a valid argument, but there is other sides of the story. But they can validly say what their opinion of your work is. But no, there's another side. But if you're saying, well, she's a fraud because somebody else says she's one, how much money did you lose? You can't. You don't have any evidence. How did you get frauded? Oh, I'm speaking up for this person right here because they wrote something down, and so they got to be telling the truth. Have you talked to them? Have you met them? Do you know that there's 2 sides and sometimes 3 sides? Have you heard the other sides? No, I just made this opinion up that if they say you are one, then I can spread it out to everybody that you're one too. Y'all know that when if you see other content creators calling each other frauds and scam artists and charlatans and stuff, it's about the competition. I used to take it so personal. I don't take it personal anymore because it's competition. Now, the audience is not aware of that. Some audiences and stuff like that, they just want to know. Some just want to know if you got any receipts. A lot of people want you to prove it. If somebody say, hey, you know what? Spirit Tree, talk to me. And we went over this, that they need to show you receipts. Is there any audio? Or can you produce evidence? Can you produce some text? And can you produce something to say this? They can't produce anything. Oh, I've been knowing her for years, honey. We grew up together. The audience needs to know that people know that drama sells. Drama sells. Drama gets attention. That's all it is. Okay, people. It's just that everybody wants to discredit, people who have the backbite, want to discredit people so that they can get the money and the attention. If you are a content creator, never take it personal. I don't take any of that personal anymore because I've been doing what? Making it count. Uh-oh. You understand? When the people who talk bad about me and call me a fraud can do this, okay? When they can do this, okay? And they can look as beautiful as me, we'll talk. We'll talk. Like I say, get on my level. Get on my level. And I'm not boasting. I'm challenging you because our people, and that's our people, I'm talking about us witches right now. We need the bread. We need the bread, baby. We need the bread, baby. We need knowledge. We need knowledge. We don't need drama. We don't need gossip. We don't need that. Anyone that's bad mouthing me out in social media, give the people the food. And I think we all need to make sure that we're feeding our audience, especially in these times. We're living in some perilous times right now. No drama, no gossiping here. So, yes, I've heard quite a few people say a lot of things about me. I've even had to go in there and defend myself and say stuff, but never no more. All I got to say to anybody that won't war with me is read my book. All women are natural born witches. Learn how to draw. Then and get on my level. That's all I'm saying. I'm not boasting. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not okay. Like I said, get on my level. I'm an author. I'm an author, and I'm not bragging. This is something we all can do. You say you off, you're not working right now, write a book. Write a book. I want you to write a book. I want to buy it. Because now I want to do more reading. I won't just necessarily go to Barnes and Nobles because everything is all whitewashed. You know what I'm saying? I want to read about the truth. The truth is in the dark. And this ain't even mainstream. This book is blacklisted. You can't even Google this book. You can't even Google this book. My name blacklisted. I went and checked it out. If I type in this book name right here, it don't even show up. Watch this. Might do it this time, but I don't know. I'm trying. Because we was talking about that. I tried to type it in there, it wouldn't even go in. And I don't know, maybe the algorithms and stuff is saying, oh, that's not good, to do that is it went in there this time. That night, I couldn't put it in there. It's in there now. That's the name of the book. Thank you for the fire, girl, and thank you for the wins, Akita. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it just depends on who was over the channel that particular night. They kept saying it was spam. Everybody was trying to type that in and it wouldn't go through. Okay. Thank you, Akita. So let's see what everybody got to say. Thank you. Akita said we don't want to hear about that lies, lies, lies. And it's just a lot of people. Like I said, going back, a lot of it's a lot of the audiences and stuff. They don't know. They don't know what's going on. They're coming in on the tail end of things and stuff, and don't realize that it's all about competition. That's all. It's a competition. You got psychics out here, a lot of psychics out here, and some people, feel like if I can discredit this person, maybe I'll get all of the money and all of the views and all of that. And you don't have to do that. It's not even important because, it's plenty to go around, and right now I think what's more important now is not necessarily the money now, it's just getting people prepared to be able to be the true witches that they are. Because see, witches didn't starve. Witches did not starve. They spirits made sure they had plenty to eat. The spirits made sure they had everything they needed. Okay? Witches are not going to starve. We're going to be fine. We're going to connect with nature. And if it gets to the point it ain't no food, we're going to call manna down from the skies. And y'all know what manna is. Jesus was a witch, y'all, all day long. And all them other characters in the Bible, they were never witches. They was turning water into wine and all kind of stuff. A true witch is a true magician. And if she can turn this, if she have to turn this rattle right here into an orange to eat. That stuff is real. Now, y'all know a lot of people saying this lady is really crazy. She don't have good sense. But it's true. I saw a magician on here. The man had pulled a submarine sandwich out of his sleeve, and the cameras couldn't even figure out how he did that. They were trying to say it's some kind of trickery or something like that. It's on YouTube. Even in China, those people can take objects and make food out of it. That's magician's word. That's what we need to be learning while we sound around here worrying and stuff. We need to stop worrying and stuff and start tapping into, trying to find these spirits. Hey, talk to your spirits and stuff. Hey, spirits, we need, because I've done it. I've actually talked to my spirits and said, spirits, we're going to need a loaf of bread. All the stoves out of bread. Go somewhere, split a bread on the shelf. They're going to lead you to what you need. Trust in your spirits. Okay. Akita said block them. They ever said it was from a witch on YouTube. Akita said, have you ever worked with mama? Another distraction, Akita said. Hey, Hecate. So my thing is this right here. This is how I feel. I feel like, we got too much work to do. Like I said, a lot of people worried they ain't going to get their blessings. You're going to get your blessings if you do what I tell you to do. Melanie Dawn says she remember Rev Mike. I loved me some Rev Mike, y'all. He would always say, loose my money. Loose my money. You said that right there, because see, it's when your money ain't coming through, somebody blocking it. Somebody speaking bad words. A lot of y'all be saying, you know what I'm saying? My money tight. You would be surprised who's sitting down here, wishing you not to have nothing. I've had people to try to wish me not to have anything. Folks don't want me to have a temple. Can I even have it even? I mean, it's just the truth. I don't know why people are like that. If I see you with something that I want, I ain't gonna even give you no trouble. I'm not gonna give you no trouble. I see something that you got that I want, I know I'm gonna get it. You know why? Because my spirits will do whatever they can to make sure I got what I need. Yes, I got what I need and what I want. you know. And I see what you're saying, but my thing is, I don't understand why anybody would even want to sit around and talk about mama over here for what? Talk about mama for what? I always mind. Y'all know me, I always mind my own business. That's it. My own business. I only stick my nose in my business over here. That's it. I'm always manifesting, creating beautiful art and stuff like that. I don't have time. I don't have time. I'm busy. I'm working on book number 2. Do this. Do this. This is all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. And y'all can do the same thing too. If people come after you and bother you, whatever, raise your frequency so they can't reach you. You can't reach me. And it's good. And I like to inspire people. I'm inspiring. That's it. When you could be doing something on your jobs and stuff like that. You are inspiration to people, but to people that cannot reach that level of inspiration, they turn that thing into hatred. That's all it is in a nutshell. All it is. Love them. I love y'all. I love anybody who said anything negative about me. I love you. 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 All of this is love. It's just love. Get my book. I got an ebook and I have the paperback. And I said this. I'm here. And this has taught me a lesson. I learned so much, y'all. This has opened my eyes to a whole new world. And then I thought about it, because at one time, like I said, I was just going back and forth, just exhausted. But do you know how much time I lost? I can't get that back. I wish I can go back to the first day I gave my energy out. If you know you were talented, super talented, and it took Doc. Doc had to come along and talk to me. She said, "You back and forth arguing, back and forth for what?" Doc, I got to defend myself. She said, "But yeah, let's talk. Can they paint?" I was like, "Mm-mm." "Can they draw?" "No, they cannot draw." "Can they make their own clothes?" "No." "Can they write books?" Mm-mm. "Can they make dolls?" "No." She said, "Well, why is you wasting your time? You got to be teaching these people out here. These people are trying to learn. They want to learn. You just around here wasting time. You wasting folks' time here, honey." She's telling the truth. "Can they make dolls? Can they do these things?" I said, "No, they can't." She said, "Well, you better start making them and stuff like that. These people hungry. You supposed to be making dolls. You supposed to be writing books, girl. You supposed to be making music." And there's another thing. Can they sing? Can they make music? I said, "Not that I know." She said, "Look, that's those people are out of your demographics, baby." Y'all, she was right. Here's one of my dolls right here. And then there's Getty in the back there. And I need to get on in the bed. I'm gonna have to leave, y'all. This right here is my little day room that I sit in sometimes, my little day room, but my little room is right over there. I actually sleep in that room on the other side. I'm gonna do some videos on the other side over there sometimes for y'all and everything. That's the room where two men died in that room in there. It's so peaceful. 2 people died in this house. It's the most peacefulest house. The house don't give me no trouble. Well, let me knock on wood and stuff like that. But it's sweet. It was so much blood on that floor, y'all. Ooh. I said it was some blood down there because it had carpet on the floor in the beginning, but for that the soak through carpet and padding and just be all over the floors and all over the doors. I was like, damn, somebody bled real bad in there. Uh-huh. Okay, Hecaterius, how you doing? Say a Christian channel posted up a video with my image a couple of weeks ago and talked bad about me. First time I've been attacked like that, but I agree, it ain't nothing. Well, yeah, you know, like Doc said, and it makes a lot of sense. It's when people stop talking when you should be concerned. Long as people are talking, no matter if it's negative or what have you, it's really a good thing. It's really a good thing. It's when folks ain't saying nothing about folks no more, and they're lost in memory. Nobody ever thinks of them no more. They're just like forgotten about. That's when you got a problem. I say people who talk about me, whether it's good or bad, are fans. They're all fans. And you got to realize some fans do not know how to express themselves because no one ever taught them how to express themselves in an appropriate manner of sorts. So and like I say, I cannot stress enough, I'm the mirror. And most people who talk about me and insult me, they're really looking in the mirror because they don't know nobody like they know themselves. We don't know anybody here. We don't know nobody at this house. Nobody's come here to visit. You understand? You can visit somebody that still don't mean you know them. A lot of people think they know you because, oh, I seen her on YouTube. I know her. I know her. That's like me saying, oh, I know Indiari. I know her. No, I've heard of her and I've seen her videos. I don't know her personal life. So for me to insult Indiari, it just means that me, myself, I have some insecurities and I'm letting people know that I have not resolved a lot of childhood trauma and conflict when I come for people I don't personally know. So I just want to educate the audience and stuff like that. But I'm sure all of you already know that. So I don't have to tell y'all that. But you got to know that most people who go for the drama, they're just people who enjoy drama anyways. They love it. Oh gosh, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna enjoy this. But do they really believe any of it? They don't even take the time out to really think whether or not they believe it or not. They can care less. They just enjoy laughing and having fun at someone else's expense. So when you come out here, you gotta have thick, tough skin. I got some tough skin up here, all that I endured and stuff. And I ain't changed a bit and I ain't gonna change. I'm gonna be me because I am, I'm eccentric, and that's a good thing. And I'm an introvert, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing when you're these people because we are the creators. That's right. We are the creators. We're the trailblazers. You understand? We're the trendsetters. I am a trendsetter, so I'll take all of that. Bring it on, okay? People are not looking at me; they're looking at you. Because they want to know what's your obsession with that middle-aged woman. That's all they're saying. What's your obsession with it? When they come over here, they'll understand what the obsession is. Okay. I love the sounds of rattles and drums and stuff like that. I'm getting ready to make some more music. I got to make some music for my Patreons and stuff and everything, and for my members and stuff on my website. Ah, gosh, thank y'all so much, members on my website, for being patient and stuff. I know a lot of people are not going to be able to stay up with it because a lot of people have had job loss and stuff like that. It's so understandable and stuff like that, but I am going to get to my membership page and kind of like go over it with people, what they can do to sustain having, food and having their bills paid or what have you. We need to go over a lot of that and everything. And so this is the video I'll be doing tomorrow. I got one more doll to get out. I had a bum rush of 5 dolls, like boom, 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 boom. I sold 2 on the website and 3 people, just like my regulars, just wanted one of these right here. And I was like, oh, okay, then I'll get you ready. I enjoy making these. These are my favorite. To kind of give you an idea about this doll, this is what I call it's like a Wanga doll. But I like to call them voodoo dolls, spirit dolls, conjure dolls or what have you. But, here he is. I made his face and feathered him. And this cloth is actually dyed. I dyed this because this cloth was like a muslin, which is like a cream cloth, and I dyed it black with herbs and everything, and then wrapped it with some of this right here. I think this is henna. I'm not sure. Y'all might know what this is, but here in the bottom and stuff like that, this is where the herbs and all of the good stuff is in here. And I even put the client's items inside of this right here. I prefer to put the client's items in there, like, or sand. It could be sand, something like that. But all of the personal items are here. And it's like an altar doll. You keep this on your altar. You keep it on the altar, what have you. This is my own personal one right here. So I'm gonna make sure whatever I make for y'all, I make for myself. Make sure I got one hand to see that little pen stuck in there like that. Look out. Anybody out there trying to do me dirty and do me wrong? All my dolls come out looking like Africans, like tribal African people. I know it's some ancestry thing passed down or what have you and stuff like that. But no, mama ain't got time. I ain't got time for nobody who's sitting there calling me out. And they've never ever exchanged a dime, a dollar to me. They ain't never gave a dime up, And if you call me to troll me and play games and send me money, you ain't gonna get no service. You got to be completely honest and just humble. You go to a psychic, you got to be humble because you messing with fire. I would never try to play games with a psychic. People who play games with psychics have had suicidal intentions at one point in their life or so. So these are usually people who will actually they'll do anything. They're like loose cannons. They're on suicide missions and things of that nature. Because I can't disrespect the psychic, especially a person that is an elder over me. I cannot do it. I mean, I guess it's just the culture I was brought up in. But people are changing. They're getting bold. And like I said, I was told, and I heard this old lady. She was 96 years old, and she said, they were talking about that coronavirus, and she was like, a lot of these young people are not gonna make it. And they asked her why she said that. She said because they won't listen. They won't listen. You can tell them, and they just won't listen. She said, I listen, and that's probably why I made it to be 96 years old. So who you think advice I'm gonna listen to? Think I'm gonna listen to someone who's picking on somebody, bothering people, somebody like that? That's young and dumb, or you think I'm gonna sit down here and listen to this 96-year-old woman? I'm gonna be listening to her because she did some right, she did some right, okay, to make it to 96 years old. I'm listening to the old lady, okay. Akita said, "Don't play with no psychic," okay. Okay, so yes, Akita is handcrafted and stuff like that. And with all of this going on, it ain't no time to be going back, gossiping back and forth. So if there's an audience that prefer, arguments, beefing, and all of that nonsense and stuff, this ain't the place to be. You understand? Because my folks over here and everything, we want prosperity. We want them to loose our money. Hello? That's the only thing on my mind right now. Loose my money. While you sitting out here talking about me, loose my money. Because people, man, that's why your money tied up. You got all of these people that's saying all these negative things about you. You going to sleep, getting a good rest, had you some great sex and stuff. And then you got somebody who's miserable over there, trying to tie your money up. No, loose my money. Hello? Hello? Okay. Because they're in competition, Hecate. You got to remember that. Hecate says Christians are disrespectful. All they do talk down witches, tear down psychic people and spiritual gifts, because it's all about. I mean, once again, you can't take it personal. I cannot tell you this enough. You can't take it personal. It's just like they are afraid that if you rise up, that people will leave the church and come to you instead. Okay? They're thinking you coming over there. Yeah, thank you, Keto. They don't want you messing with their money. Okay, you can't be messing with their money. They ain't finna have that. That's why they forbid fortune tellers and all of this. Why talk about fortune tellers? They fortune tellers can tell you the future. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. Fortune teller, true fortune teller has the ability to give you a spirit that will make you a fortune. It's true. I've heard throughout history fortune tellers telling people, look, you're gonna come into $500,000, such and such and such. They come up with it. You're gonna meet a man who's making such and such dollars, and you're gonna live a lap of luxury. So basically, their prophecies are actually blessing you with these monies. I've told people, hey, I see some money. They've called me back, Mama, I managed to get this, I managed to get that, you know? But I very seldomly see it. If I don't see it, I ain't gonna tell you that. Cause see, if you lie and tell people you see something that ain't there, they're gonna deduct that out your money. It's 3:30 in the morning, y'all. I gotta go and cause I gotta come back in the daytime. And all of you all who are on the on my website and stuff like that is you know, subscribers or something to the actual tiers or what have you, know that you get work up tomorrow. Okay. Melanin says oracles. Yes, you have oracles and stuff like that. So I'm real funny about it. You know, there's some cycles you got to watch them, honey, because they can see some things in the cards and stuff where you're supposed to get some money and stuff, and they be trying to figure out, you know, how they can get it, how they can get their hands on it instead. Okay, and some psychics can steal your spiritual gifts. Some spirituals can steal your spiritual gifts, and it's not that they don't know what they're doing. Some of them that they got the gift to suck up, they vampires. They can take your stuff from you. It's true. They good at it. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go now. So, any, but I do need to say this. I'm gonna say this over and over again. I want y'all to get a 5-gallon bucket. I know y'all sick and tired of me talking about that with a lid on. You can get it from the Home Depot. You can get them from Walmart. You can get them for Lowe's. I want y'all to get one, okay? Or get two. That'll be $10. And one, I want you to write on the bucket beans. I want you to get all of the bag of beans you can afford. You can get them at Dollar Tree. You can get them in your grocery stores. I was looking at the shelf yesterday. There was not but 3 or 4 bags of beans. Get your beans, y'all. Get your seasonings. Get your rice. So beans in one bucket, rice in the next. Every time you go to the store, get your beans. Fill your beans. Because I'm telling you, beans and rice is a great meal when it ain't nothing else to eat. Get your salmon. If you're a meat eater, get your canned salmons. Get your canned mackerels or canned mackerels, canned chicken, canned tuna. If you have to go industrial with it, shit, get you the industrial cans that's that big if you can get your hand on them. Because you can go online and order some stuff like that. Somebody said the Whole Food stores was fully stocked, with nobody in there. They were doing most of the raiding in Walmart and stuff. Don't necessarily go and looking for anything from Walmart. Bread is scarce. You cannot find bread. I asked the lady today, she said it's because a lot of the truck drivers are afraid of the coronaviruses and they ain't moving them trucks. I don't believe that, but that's what she said. Get jars and jars and jars of peanut butter. If your stomach is hungry, I don't care if you're talking about GMOs, you don't like them, You don't want nothing but organics and all of that stuff like that. If it ain't nothing available, you better put a spoonful of peanut butter on your stomach. It will hold it for a certain period of time. It got protein in it. You need peanut butter. Those are all non-perishables. And you need and get fruit cans. Get all the canned fruits you can get. I see where applesauce, which is loaded with sugar, and I know a lot of people don't think that's good, but if it ain't got nothing to eat, you ain't got nothing to eat. Get you some of them applesauce cups. Them things last for a whole year. Okay? Get jugs and jugs and jugs and jugs of water. The shelves are emptying when it comes to water. Be prepared to be queued or quarantined. Okay? You want that preparation, okay? Okay. Keto Garden says bentonite clay detox and eatable supplements. Yeah. You want to make sure you got your vitamin C. You want to make sure you got your D3 available to you. You want to make sure you got Tylenol, plenty of it, Advil, just in case. The biggest things with these type viruses is to make sure you keep your temperature down. You don't need your temperature going over 101. You got to keep it down. Most of these viruses is going to try to make your temperatures go up. But if you got you some Tylenol, you can get it down. A combination of Tylenol and Advil will get it down. And these are some of the most important things you need. Melanin says, yes, getting stocked up, mama, on food and weapons, spiritual and physical order. Need 3 swords, 2 crossbows, and a hand axe, along with a portal greenhouse with over 900 heirloom seeds. Beautiful. Y'all heard that? That's where it's at. That greenhouse is going to be real important because when they doing these temperature extremes and stuff, cold snaps and warming up, and then just back drought and all that, a greenhouse can house all that stuff real, real good. And I got somebody that's going to be building me a greenhouse and a little chicken coop. I want my chicken coop right next to my greenhouse. I want them side by side. You know what I'm saying? And so, I'm a meat eater. So, like I say, I will eat eggs. It's good to hear that chicken because my hens, they don't start back laying the eggs. And so we heard, because they hadn't been laying for a while. And I said, so it was extremely hot this summer. They don't lay in the winter. So I heard this and I said, well, maybe my girls done got too old to lay eggs. And then I heard, I said, oh, they laying some eggs. That's how we knew when it was going to be some eggs and stuff, in the morning or whatever. Because they will make that call and then you'll go there. It's like a call. They're letting you know, come and get these eggs, okay? And if you got a whole bunch of eggs in the basket, you doing good. Just put them in there cool, cool them off and stuff like that. You add a little milk to them and stretch them out. That's a good meal when you ain't got nothing to eat. I'm just showing you ways you can survive. Now, outside of that, you can buy your groceries and stuff like that for right now to stock up. But what you want to do eventually in the long run is learn in between that time how to grow foods. How am I going to grow food? Because like I say, getting food that's just a temporary quick fix. But how can you become self-sufficient for a lifetime? You need an axe. Like she said, you need these little items, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, you need a hoe, you need a shovel, you need rakes, you need all of these things. You need greenhouses, you need seeds, you need a wagon, you need baskets to get your harvest up and everything. You just got to go back the old way. Just back to the drawing boards. You need to learn how to can, and all of that. Get your stock up on your mason jars, get your vinegar, get your pickling stuff and all of that. This is what we need to be learning. We don't need to be all this drama back and forth. She's a fraud. She's a charlatan. She sells snake oil. She's a this, she's a this. All these people talking that have never, ever dealt with you, know nothing about you. She's a whore. She's a, you know what I'm saying? She's a prostitute. She's a, she, all of these things, it's a waste of time. It's a distraction. We got to learn how we going to find water if they turn the water off. Get this while you can. While there is an internet, they can shut it down. Get it. Don't worry about who the charlatan, the fraud, and is who's the whore, who's the prostitute, who's the cheater, who's the single mom with a bunch of kids. Don't worry about it. It's not even relevant. Because if they turn these cell phones off on us and quarantine us, it's going to be folks we love. We ain't going to be able to get to them. Then you won't be able to find out how to grow a tomato plant, how to grow a sunflower, how to do this, how to do that. You don't know how to do it because now all your access has been cut off. So we need to work fast. Get your notebooks. I have a notebook around me somewhere. Get your notebooks and stuff and start writing down your skills. I feel like you can be self-sufficient. Learn how to plant fruit trees, and that's some hard stuff because you got squirrels, you got birds, you got drought, you got floods, all of these things competing with you. You got diseases like on the trees and stuff like molds and mildews and aphids and things that like to eat and gnaw away at your fruit. So you got to learn how to deal with all of this. You need to learn to be friends with your neighbors and stuff like that. But that's hard because your neighbors may not necessarily believe that it's going to come a time where you got to be able to see about yourself. But it's all about unifying, because unity is where, this person over here got these fruit trees and stuff, but you ain't got no fruit. You need fruit to keep scurvy out your mouth. You need vitamin C, So whereas you can't do this over here when it comes to fruit, but your forte is I can raise sugarcane, which I haven't seen a sugarcane in forever. You know what I'm saying? The temperatures are so crazy you can't even grow sugarcane. But I got sugarcane over here. Can we trade? Can I give you some of my sugarcane for your apples and oranges? And this is what the globalists don't want you to do. That's why it's like, don't talk to nobody. We're quarantining you. You can't talk to anybody. Basically, we want to keep y'all separate. We don't want you all to get to a point where you are all of a sudden, yes, let's come together and not include them. Let's go back to our bartering and trading, because they're like, we want to stay in the middle of y'all. We want you to spend our money. We want you to go to our corporations and all of that stuff. That's gone, y'all. That's gone. I might be able to go to the next man. He's a great fisher. You got to have some kind of skill. You got to have something somebody needs. If you don't have, nobody's going to want gossip. Nobody's going to want anybody insulting anybody. It's not going to be valuable in the days to come. What do you have that is worth something you can trade? Like a lot of people, like, get gold, get silver. Even gold and silver ain't going to help you, but we're going, baby. Because see, people be looking at gold and silver. If you ain't, the corporations ain't around and the big folks or whatever the folks are not around, what good is gold and silver going to do? Ooh, I'm just looking at this change. I'm hungry. I think I'll eat this. Can't eat that. People were actually investing in gold and silver. Invest in heirloom seeds. I got seeds that I've had now for the last 5 years and they're still growing. Got them in a nice dry place. They still some good. I prefer seeds over gold and silver for where we getting ready to go. I prefer that. I prefer pears out of the latest. They cut a pear tree down, and I'm really kind of hurt and upset with them. They cut down a pear tree. Those folks got to be out of their mind. And I said, it might be a day that comes, and look like it's coming, where they wish they had them pears so they can sit down and eat them. some hungry days ahead. I was telling everybody this about last year. I said, look up Venezuela. Food shortage in Venezuela. They're trying to cause a food shortage here, y'all. So I got 2 pear trees in my backyard, and I got a nectarine tree that's just, oh my God, it's just flustered with flowers. I mean, it was beautiful, all those pink flowers. But now I got to see how I'm going to protect it from the squirrels. I got a lot of work to do. I got a pecan tree in the backyard, and somebody was telling me to paint the tree. Vicki was telling me, she said, paint the tree so the squirrels can't climb, they slide back down. So I got a lot of work to do. And I got a man that works for me, and I need to get him over here to do a lot of work. He's got to put up a chicken coop for me. He's going to put up a greenhouse for me. He's going to paint these fruit trees, and I'm going to be going to plant more fruit trees. I got a pomegranate tree. None of them flowered last year, but they flowered in abundance this year because of all the rain. Pear trees still didn't flower, y'all. I don't have time for gossip. I got to find a way to do what I can. You know what I'm saying? Put my best foot forward to do whatever I can to learn how to survive in the long run. And a lot of people think it's funny. Like they think it's hilarious. How you going to do that? It's too late. It's all over. You know what I'm saying? If you got children, it's not too late. It's not too late for you. You can do it. Teach your children how to plant a tree. If you got a yard, a lot of people have moved into houses and stuff like that. Start planting your fruit trees. It take them 5 years before they mature enough to do something for you. I lost so many apple trees. I lost about 4 apple trees, 4 peach trees due to nothing but continuous flood. You got to keep those trees up. You got a flooded area. You have to keep peach trees. Peach trees flood easily. You have to keep them up. But it's a lot of work. You got to investigate how to take care of fruit trees. What do they like? What they don't like? You know, it's work. How much water to give them, how to keep them safe from pests and stuff like that. And I forgot True Green has been coming out, you know, spraying all my fruit trees and stuff too. So that made a big difference because they all flowered real good this year. So y'all know, because I want apples, I want pears, I want nectarines, I want peaches. You know what I'm saying? I want pomegranates, I want figs, I want all of this stuff. You know? So if you're real good, you got an orchard of different fruits and pecans and all that. And the man next door, he's a great fit. Like I say, he can fish and bring a boatload of fish. We trade. I had a man down the street came and bought me so much fish, y'all. I had to give it away. He caught so much bass and so much what else? He had bass, he had brim, he had all type of stuff, catfish and stuff like that. But anyways, I wound up having to give away most of it, you know. So I felt bad because I was trying to offer him money. He didn't want it. You know, so a lot of people, we go into a place where folks don't want no money. What else you got of value you can give me? Well, I can make you a voodoo doll. Sir, I can make you a voodoo doll because I believe in these. I can make you this. Mama got some skills over here. Y'all better get some skills over here while y'all ain't talking about my audience. While y'all sitting down here talking about who's a fraud and who ain't, who's real, who's fake. Your ass better know how to, you better have a skill to pay the bill, baby. Okay, y'all, I don't over talk. But y'all, I want to tell y'all something. Y'all need to know this. Trying to pop that ear open. And it's open. Look, this is not about the corona that make you cough and make you sick. This is about the sun's corona, baby. It's about the sun's corona. We need to talk about the corona in the sun, baby. Yes, baby. The sun's corona. It's so many solar storms going on that sun and stuff like that. They can't control that heat. Solar storms. Since we just in an intimate setting, I may as well just sit here and chit chat with y'all. It's, I may as well. And I said I was gonna do a video at 11:30. I please forgive me. 11:30 a.m. I wasn't here because I wound up oversleeping, y'all. I was so rotten tired, and I didn't even make it to the actual stores at 5. Like I said I was gonna go and meet the trucks and stuff and get whatever I can. I didn't do it. Solar storms of 2020. Okay. And it's just a lot of hype about it. So y'all want to talk about it a little while? What's really going on? Hmm? Akita says the new energy. Yeah, I agree. Melanie said when sleep calls you, you got to give it up. You know, 'cause I ain't no good walking around here like a motherfucking zombie. I ain't gonna do nobody no good because your body have to rest. You gotta let it just rest. Okay, Akita, let's talk. SK Productions, how are you? Where you been? Where you been? I gotta get on my other channel, y'all, so we can do them the guests again. I need y'all. I want us to really sit down and have a talk. We need to be talking. Hey Ann, it's changing of the guard, a new regimen is coming. Okay, a new regime, I'm sorry. Um, okay. TJ TV show Hero showed the solar flares coming to Earth. Yeah. hmm Just working. SK, glad to have you here. Akita said, free people. Tell us about that. SK Production said, y'all make sure to get y'all EMF protection. Tell us more. Akita said, it's here already. Okay. Melanie said, free everything. Look, y'all, I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to randomly talk about a little stuff. Look, y'all need to know that they're hiding something. And they're using this so-called virus as that smoke screen, I'm sorry, that everybody is talking about. That's all it is. A smoke screen. We cannot go on as business as usual. They have to stop you and derail you from the true action that's all around us. You know, a lot of people are not paying attention to looking up in the skies. I want y'all to look at the skies tomorrow. Okay. Up in the daytime, look at the skies. Look at it at night. Tell me what you see. And I started to use that picture I took of the sky today as a thumbnail. I want y'all to see how low the skies are getting. When I say low, how low they are actually spraying these chemtrails. They're spraying the chemtrails so low, eventually you'll actually be able to reach up and touch it. A lot of skyscrapers will be actually towering into clouds. That day is coming. And y'all probably saying, what are you saying? What I'm saying is this: they are layering chemtrails. They are layering them because the sun's flares, the sun's radiation is getting to be very difficult. You understand? To shroud. You know, so like when I say layer, chemtrail here. Okay. Say for instance, we're here. We're here. This is us. Okay. And the sun is way up at the ceiling. And so we're trying to keep that sunlight out. So what we'll do is it's getting difficult to control. So we're going to layer here, come back and layer there, layer here, layer there, layer. You see, just keep layering. And then the sun continues to go through this period of flares. So now it's gotten so bad. We're going to start layering here, layering here, layering here, just add more and more and more. And these people are going bankrupt. These globalists are going bankrupt. This is a bailout. When you looking at the stock market just crash like this, somebody is grabbing their money and they're bailing, but you need to know it's all orchestrated. They cannot continue the facade. And I told y'all, nobody remembers me telling y'all last year that the globalists lost the cosmic war. And I said that there is a new, the ones that won, it's a new era. They take the throne. But meanwhile, between all of the mayhem, between all of that, there's going to be some chaos and conflict. It's going to be crazy. Here we are. We're here in it right now, right in the thick of it. This is what I was trying to prepare y'all for and trying to prepare myself for. And I didn't know why all those messages was coming to me. Now I know why. So, like I said, if this is just a fire drill, for next time what y'all need to do. You're supposed to go and start preparing for it now. So, this is what they don't want you to pay attention to. They know they got these scientists and stuff like that, and they've already gotten word that it's time for them to step down. And it's y'all's time now. They already know about this. But what's so sad is most of us cannot prepare for it because we don't know what's going on. We were out here sitting up here talking about, the coronavirus. Who is going to be fit to take the throne? Now, it's already done here up there. It's down here got to be done. Who is in their right mind to realize this is all about the people now. It's about the masses. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. This is what's going on. Because the meek shall inherit the earth. Here we are. Sometimes people don't want to inherit the earth because it's a lot of work. People don't want to work for themselves. They prefer for somebody else to do all the hard work and I'll work for you. That's not going to work in this new era. You got to have something to bring to the table if you want to eat. It's no more coming to the table saying that I bought my dish from Walmart. I got some potato salad. You got to make your own potato salad and bring to the table. And so this it. So solar storm warning, devastating space weather could hit Earth by 2020. NASA warns. But we worried about the coronavirus. But isn't it interesting that they took the name Corona, which some people say crown, and also the sun has a corona? Isn't it interesting how they took that name and in a secret code word called it the coronavirus? Y'all better wake up. Wake up and recognize. Don't pay attention to the coronavirus. Pay attention to the coronal mass ejection. The coronal mass ejection is when the sun is having flares that are just thrown at the earth, and it's actually penetrating our ozone layer and emitting radiation at us. That's what you need to pay attention to. That's what they're paying attention to. Powerful solar storms ejected from holes in the surface of the sun could wreak havoc across Earth as early as 2020. NASA has warned. The sun will undergo a period of solar minimum between 2019 and 2020, and with it comes the increased risk of solar storms. Every 11 to 12 years or so, the sun enters a phase of solar maximum and is followed by a solar minimum. The transition from one state to another is marked by a lower number of solar flares and sunspots erupting on the surface of the sun, but this does not mean activity at the burning heart of the solar system subsides or weakens, whatever the hell that means. I hope this don't turn on something. Please don't let that turn on. Listen, space warning. Sun unleashes solar flare. So now, once again, we're talking about the sun and the solar flares, and it's corona. That's what you're supposed to pay attention to. Sun unleashes solar flare 1,000,000,000 times more powerful than an atomic bomb. Meanwhile, we're scurrying around with our gloves, our mask on, and they're showing us these frightening photos and frightening hospital visits of these people who got the virus, but they never show us these actual footages and stuff of people who actually died of the flu virus and of AIDS and of all of that other stuff. Come on now. They never show us that. A solar flare, which was 1,000,000,000 times more powerful than an atomic bomb, was unleashed by the sun last week, and what is a dire warning for humanity. Now, this is not as most updated, but because it says January of 2019, but you got to know this is when things were really going bad, because we had a hot ass summer last 2019, and the summer that's coming 2020 is going to be fiery. It's getting hotter and hotter every year. On January 26th, a huge sunspot known as a AR 2733 exploded and unleashed the most powerful solar storm in recent years. The solar flare was classed as a C5, which is the most powerful of any possible eruption on the sun, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which is the NOAA, said it released more energy than 1,000,000,000 World War II atomic bombs. Luckily for Earth, the solar flare was directed in the opposite direction from our planet, but it should be heeded as a warning. Do y'all know that we can get a solar flare, which I think we're getting them now, that is so bad, until this lights out, we'll be in complete darkness. There will be no more grids and all of that other stuff. It will put out this is a worldwide problem right now while we're worrying about the coronavirus. We're going back to the dark ages. I told you we're going back to ancient times. Do you think they had, a researcher from the Met Office said we find that for 100-year events with no space weather forecasting capability, the gross domestic product lost to the whatever. I don't know what they're talking about. It's all falling under this weather forecast. With existing satellites nearing the end of their life, forecasting capability will decrease in coming years. So, if no further investment takes place, critical infrastructure will become more vulnerable to space weather. This is what the true craze is all about. As the WHO come together, they say the World Health Organization, they're coming together about, and we believe them, they're coming together about this coronavirus. They're coming together about that. But in reality, they're talking about the corona and the sun virus. Do the math. And they want the population now. They don't want many of you all to witness this because y'all know what we do. If lights go out, we panic. We take to the streets. We began to loot and vandalize, and they can't afford that. Let's keep them from talking to each other. Isn't that something? They don't want us talking amongst each other. So let's enjoy all of this. Okay? So y'all, let me get ready to go. Melon and Dawn say yes, the blackouts, New York, and you're gonna get them everywhere. They're not telling you. They try to act like, we just don't know what's going on. They know why y'all having them blackouts. You're having the blackouts and stuff like that because it's something wrong. They just said that, the infrastructure is all messed all up here. They just said that that they need to do some work. Satellites outdated and stuff. Solar flares is gonna burn up and eat all of that stuff, and it's gonna be toast before it's over with. They trying to figure out how they gonna straighten that out. While they keeping you all over here distracted with this virus, y'all. This is what's going on. Also, I wanted to look at this comment. They said it's something about this green comet. Maybe it is harmless, but I think it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that, y'all. And let's see. They're making like it's just all fun and sweet, like, oh, it's a comet coming. Oh, how sweet and all of that. No, it's deeper than that, man. So we're gonna play around with them and stuff like that and act like it's all innocent and sweet too. I think the name of it is Atlas, or it could be something else. You know what I'm saying? I do believe in Nibiru. Yeah, some call it the red of Kachina, the blue Kachina, the green Kachina, and all of that. That stuff is real. I do believe a lot of that stuff is approaching. Some of that stuff may already be here, or what have you. But meanwhile, we around here looking in the opposite directions. Okay, the possible celestial showpiece is known as Comet Atlas or C/2019 Y4 when it was when it was when it was discovered on December the 28th, 2019. It was quite faint. If anybody into astrology, uh, but since then it has been brightening so rapidly, and I don't know. It's a very bright star up there, or some bright light star. I don't know if it's a star, planet, or whatever, but it is bright and it is getting bigger. Now I'm not saying that's the comet, but something up there, if y'all notice, is getting brighter and it's approaching us. Y'all pay attention. That astronomers have high hopes for the spectacle it could put on, but given the tricky nature of comets, sky watchers are also being cautious not to get their hopes up, knowing that the comet may fizzle out. It's been a while since a comet gave sky watchers a good show, particularly in the northern hemisphere in March 2013, which was comet Pan-STARRS was visible right after sunset. Al Bates low in the western sky, but although it briefly attained first magnitude with a short bright tail, its low altitude and a bright twilight sky distracted from what otherwise would have been a much more prominent object, Comet Lovejoy in 2011. But anyway, they make it look like it's fun and games and all of that and everything. But I'm coming back tomorrow to talk a little bit more. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about what's really going on because once again I hadn't gotten all my stuff together. Okay. They're talking about it again. This just was 3 days ago. Comet Atlas. It's green. I hadn't seen it, y'all. Y'all got a telescope? Comet Atlas and the mighty galaxies image created. Okay. Explanation was discovered by the NASA funded asteroid terrestrial impact last alert system. The last comet discovery reported in 2019, now growing brighter in the northern night sky. The comet's pretty greenish coma is at the upper left of this telescope sky view captured from a remotely operated observatory in New Mexico. So let's hope that this is just something real harmless and it's no big deal. But let's watch the sky. Let's watch the animals. Let's watch nature. Let's watch the sky. Let's stop watching the fucking news because I'm telling you, it's just there to scare the shit out you. And on that note, y'all know I'm coming back. I want to talk a little bit more about that. And Mama finna go so she can take these off of her eyes. Anybody got any question? Yes, Akita says University of Arizona has all the information on Planet X where the Anunnaki reside. I want to research more about that too. Hecatarius, the birds have been acting real strange. I noticed at nighttime they're chirping and stuff at night, and that's weird. That's an omen right there. Look, y'all. Trump has built up his army for this and our ancestors when they come. Look, that's what Melanie says. Well, look, y'all. We got to stop Bill Gates from going over there to Africa. We got to stop that. Because he wants to go in over there and infect them folks so they can take them folks' land and stuff. Witches, let's stop him. I started to say something what somebody said, but I said I have to say that in person. I ain't even sitting there like that. We got to stop him going over there doing that, y'all. Yeah, that's right, Felix. I agree with you. Look like somebody already put some roots on it. That man, we ain't finna. I'm sorry, Bill. I ain't finna let you go over there and mess with them people over there like that. I ain't finna let you. I'm gonna curse you. Did you hear me? You old dried up prune. You are not finna go over there and infect those innocent people, they with their children with that damn shit you got. Why you want to get us the vaccine first? You know what I'm saying? Bill, I ain't letting you do that. Your plane is going, you know what, before you get over there. I'm gonna let you do the math. You ain't finna take no vaccines over there. Put the shit in your own vein while you talking. Have you taken any of it? They need to, whatever you got, they need to stick all of it in your body for you. Okay? What's going on with all this show and hide stuff over here? Everything says show and hide. SK Production and Entertainment said, and fuck around here. What you saying? Fuck around and have to eat each other. Oh, shit, what we talking about right now? Okay, Akita's sending that tornado to him over there. Oh, thank you. Melanie said all they gonna do is adapt to everything they try to do. They've been trying to get that place, they've been trying to get Africa forever. Forever. Africa is, Africa said they got a travel ban on all our asses. Did y'all know that? Let me read this one. We just having fun. I just enjoy sitting down talking to y'all. Let me see. We got a travel ban, y'all, from Africa. Africa has, I think, travel ban. I think I love her, Dr. Mambe. I love her. She was talking about it today. Travel ban. Africa travel ban. Let me see what I'm supposed to say. Make sure y'all ban Trump. I mean, not Trump, but Bill Gates from coming up in there. Make sure you don't let his ass in there. That's the evil devil. Okay, Africa travel bans Americans. Don't make no exceptions for none of their asses. Okay, they got a lockdown. Coronavirus travel restrictions under shutdowns by country. Look like most of what we got going on. Let me see. Which countries have travel bans because of coronavirus outbreaks? I hope this don't come on. Okay, it says African countries shut doors against Europe, America to combat coronavirus. And you know what? You know why they doing that. Man, shit, I didn't get over there fast enough. Okay, so not all of Africa, y'all. We still can make a break for it, okay? Anybody want to come with me? I'm paying for it. We can still make a break. It's the African countries. So I don't know if it's all. Well, I'm a dog. They got a picture of a man standing in here, look like a soldier scratching in the crack of his ass. Sure live. They caught him digging in his butt. If y'all want to see it, it's called, the name of it is African Countries Shut Doors Against Europe, America to Combat Coronavirus. I don't even want to go over there now looking at this man scratching in his tail. I was going to go to Ghana. Couldn't find nobody to go. I was going to leave. I had said I was going to go to Ghana and live there and try to get, way, way back, but I couldn't get nobody to go with me. And mama can't go to no place like that by herself. Kind of hate I didn't go on and get on away from here. But it ain't nowhere to run. Ain't nowhere to hide. Lagos, Nigeria, Africa has so far recorded relatively few coronavirus cases compared to the rest of the world, but governments across the continent are taking no chances as they race to stop the spread of the virus on their shores. Sudan has sealed off all seaports, land crossings, and airports. A spokesman for Sudan's Transitional Sovereign Council, Mohammed Al-Faqi, Suleiman, said in a press statement on Monday. The council has declared a state of medical emergency and formed a committee that will prevent the spread of coronavirus in the country. The committee will receive citizens stranded in land crossings and prepare places for them to go into quarantine in the country, which has so far recorded one case. That's pretty good. 10 years ago, I was told to leave this country, and I didn't. Here we go. African nations turn the tables, imposing travel restrictions against U.S. They turn the tables on our asses. I think they should. Because I do believe a lot of times These folks, these mad scientists go over there and give these people these poisonous vaccines, imposing travel restrictions against U.S., Europe, and China to stave off the coronavirus. Of all people, the U.S., Europe, and China. And I believe all three of their asses involved in making this shit in the first place. Mm, 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 mm. Africa is the least affected continent at the moment. I wonder why. I wonder why. Hey, Shamanic Witch, how you doing? Can somebody tell me why Africa has the fewest cases of the coronavirus? Can anybody tell me why? I wonder why. With less than 300 reported cases in roughly half of its 54 countries so far, a number of media outlets have reacted with a confounded tone, surprised that Africa does not have more cases and wondering. No wonder Bill Gates wants to go over there and fly over there and give them corona vaccines. Bill, let's talk. We got the most cases over here, us, Europe, and China. Why haven't you offered me my coronavirus a vaccine before you go over there to a country that has less, to a continent, that has less cases? Do y'all see the irony here? Help me out, y'all. Talk to me. All y'all in the chat. It's some other folks looking that might not be chatting. I want y'all to talk to me. Okay, then. Phyllis said because they ain't letting people in, and I think they practice their own craft. Okay, that's a good one. I like that. Shamanic Witch says Chinese love Italy because of terrorism and shopping of Gucci, Fendi, etc. Y'all don't buy no more of them damn bags. You can't eat a Fendi bag now. If push come to shove. Chinese love to go to New York, LA, and Seattle. Okay, I see what you're saying. Make a lot of sense. Okay, so they ain't necessarily traveling to Africa, you think, or something? Is with the point you're trying to make? Okay, SK Productions say he don't support them. But once again, y'all, let's talk. And I know y'all want to do your research and find out if it's really true that Bill Gates is supposed to be flying on his private jet to deliver vaccines to Africa. Africa, I'm letting y'all know now. I'm sending it to you in spirit. Do not let that devil in your country. Do you hear me? He hadn't even given us a vaccine yet. How's he gonna offer you all one? You know what I'm saying? We got the most cases and stuff. Instead of giving us the so-called vaccine, which I don't want it, he preferred to get on a plane and give it to a continent that has less cases of the vaccine, of the actual virus. Thank you, Felix. Thank you for breaking it down. You just did what I couldn't do. I think Bill wants to kill them so he and rich elites can live their get off, live their best lives, okay? Off of their resources. That's how I'm gonna sum that up. Sound about right to me? Shut all y'all damn borders down over there. Africa don't. I like that travel ban. I like that. I like that. Don't make no exceptions for him and none of his colleagues. Don't do it. In Nigeria, the continent's largest country by population, investments in lab capacity and coordination with the World Health Organization for testing have paid dividends. Over the last 3 years, we have strengthened capacity at our national reference laboratory. Look, the pandemic is exposing major flaws in higher income countries' health systems and turning the tables on decades of travel restrictions targeting Africans. When West Africa suffered from the Ebola crisis, which they were the ones, you know who, took it over there to those people and exposed them to it. From 2014 to 2016, the region was often painted as a weak link in the global health system, and many airlines cut flights to Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. 4 years later, Africa is at risk of contamination primarily from Europe, China, and the US. Besides Egypt, nearly all the continent's confirmed cases have come from travelers from European or East Asian countries, though that looks likely to change soon as cases rise rapidly across the continent and community transmissions becomes more likely. Ooh, in a dramatic so this is an African guy that wrote this. In a dramatic shift in fortunes, African countries whose citizens often have to prove their health status to even get a visa to travel to Europe have moved swiftly to control arrivals from European countries. Ghana and Kenya announced new measures prohibiting travelers from countries affected by COVID 19, the first two African nations to put in place blanket travel bans, while Senegal and Kenya also announced school closures. The Democratic Republic of Congo imposed quarantine measures on travelers from Italy, France, China, and Germany. So maybe I can get over there to the Congos, to the Republic of the Congos, y'all. After restricting travelers from high risk countries to quarantine, okay. Mauritania deported 15 Italian tourists. Oh, golly. And Tunisia reported 30 other Italians for violating theirs. Oh, in Rwanda. Uganda. That reminds me of one of my son's what you call pen pals. She's from Uganda, and she had been staying back and forth in Europe, and she flew to. She's from Uganda, but she's been staying in Europe, and she flew to Uganda, and you know, stayed there for a while. Just flew back to Europe and needs to go back home, and they won't let her come back home. So she thinks she's gonna die and everything. She's all like hysterical and all of that. I think she said that they're unlocked. They're quarantined, and where she in the United Kingdom, and she says she's quarantined. She's somewhere around in there. Uganda, Mali, and others have imposed similar quarantine measures for Europe travelers, while European travelers, while across the continent, passengers are screened for their temperature at international airports. They wouldn't let Mama in because Mama running a temp from sometimes allergies can give you a slight temp. I got a slight temp. And it's crazy because at nighttime I'll run a little temp, like it'll get like to 99, and then in the daytime it's back to normal. You know what I'm saying? During allergy season and stuff like that, I have that issue. So they'll see that, and I have to go in the daytimes, and I'll be able to pass it in. But at nighttime, they be like, go, bye-bye. You can't get it. You can't get in here. And I'm like, what? So what am I do? What am I do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have this on when I go there. You know, I'm gonna have this on. What am I going to do? You know, what am I going to do? You mean to tell me you're going to turn me around to go back to those bullies and gangsters and stuff? Let me in. Let me in. And then I'm gonna have y'all in the chat room saying, let mama in. I'm like, look, read this. They said, let me in, okay? Let me in. SK Production said, let mama in. Am I right? That's y'all gonna talk up for mama? Mm, mm, mm. Affected countries like Senegal and Nigeria are not reporting shortages of tests at this time. Honey, you got to be privileged to even get an Ebola, to even get a coronavirus testing. I said I was gonna go over there, and I got a video on there. I saw a little center said coronavirus testing, and I said, let me just go over there and make sure I'm in the clear and stuff. They wouldn't even much let me in, child. Oh, you have to have like permission. You have to call and get permission. So I called in, and the lady said, "What your symptoms is?" I said, "Well, you know, I'm a little bit stuffy, and I have a congestion in my ears and stuff like that. Running a 99 at night and all that." "Oh, ma'am, you don't qualify." "Well, what does it take? What I got to do? Be a celebrity? I got to be a damn celebrity to get tested. This place is ridiculous right now." You know, and I know what they're saying. They limited on test kits and stuff like that. It's just crazy. And then I heard that you can't go to the doctors or the emergency rooms if you got it. They coming to you with a hazmat suit on. Now some people are just so desperate they going on over there anyways. But honey, I mean, there's no telling what they're gonna do. When you come to the door sick, as a lot of cases flood in, they might have just like beds all outdoors. I just don't think it's gonna get like that. I honestly don't think it's gonna get like that because, like, once again, I think it's a smoke screen. I'm not saying people are not getting it. I'm just saying, I think they are just. I think it's they're just taking this out of context. Lots of people have passed away. Don't get me wrong, but the flu done took a lot of folks out too, and they ain't act like this. They didn't act like this then. Oh, I gotta go. So I don't what. I may as well go head on to the grocery store. I'm going just like this. Sir, can you please allow me to have 2 loaves of bread, please? Hmm? Y'all think they're gonna let me have it? I just need 2 loaves, that's all. I can just see them, I can see, and see, this is just how I am. I will go over there to the store just like this. They'll be like, "Oh, man, we're gonna lock you up." That means you've gone out to a social setting and gone to a masquerade ball. So where is this masquerade ball you've gone to, man? We're gonna go over there because we've already warned that there should be no social gatherings. I bet y'all say I'm so silly. Say what? So Shaman, we said, did you know hospitals are taking temps with infant thermometers, mama? So now that's ridiculous. Why are they doing that? And like why? SK Production said they lost that war, so they gonna try in it, and it comes back all weird. Soon as I read that what SK Production said, I just was froze like this. Okay, they lost that war, so they gonna try and take out all they can. They are really that delusional to believe that they can come back from this loss. It's too late for them. That's right. That's what SK Production said. It's right. So somewhere in between, did you know hospitals are taking temps with infant thermometers, mama? Somewhere between that, it caused this thing to get stuck like that, or maybe it's just a coincidence. Shaman of Wish said they're scared to stick anything in anyone's mouth. Oh, gotcha. So that's why they doing that. Yeah. Makes sense. Hecateri said they trying to cut off my stream. They did it yesterday. They cut me off. And I noticed something that when it cut me off now, I can't get over 30 people in the chat because they said this bitch over here know the truth. And she know what we plotting and scheming because and ultimately they want what they want us to do, to be honest with you. They want to put us in camps. That's all. That's why they say the children, y'all going home now. Y'all need no education. We got plan. And it's that sick and sad. What you need with an education for? We trying to get the population now. The key is to stay self-sufficient. If you're in your home and you refuse them and say, hey, I don't need anything from y'all, you can avoid going to their camps. They're going to knock on, I told y'all this years ago, I said, they're going to knock on your door. They're going to create a problem. They're going to knock on your door, come in our bus, and we'll fix your problem. The problem that we created. I told y'all, here we are. A lot of y'all weren't with me way back then when I was talking like that. The key is to have what you need in your house and not need them. If you don't need them, they can't take you. If they can get you to a point where you ain't got nothing, because they know a lot of folks. That's why they don't want you working. Because when you're working, you got plenty of money to buy your own food. Get your credit cards and stock your house up full of food. We get them where they ain't got no money. We ain't seen these $1,000 yet that this man was talking about. What good is $1,000 if it ain't no food left in the store? What you gonna do with $1,000? You rationing our food now. Oh, you can't get but one jug of water. That's why I said get y'all stuff now. Don't let this thing fester. Oh, ma'am, you cannot get but 1 gallon of milk. You can't get 1 carton of eggs. So they know most people who live paycheck to paycheck, they know they got them. Got you. They ain't worried about the people, all the preppers and all of that. They ain't worried about them because they know most people are not preppers because they knew whereas the preppers knew. And then my brother-in-law, had the nerves to call my son up and say, it's my son's uncle. Tell your mama she finally got her wish. He living over there in California. He on lockdown. No, don't try to blame it on me. And I know you're watching me right now. George, I know you're watching me. I told you years and years ago to get your shit straight. I didn't tell you that. You just been watching my videos throughout the years. I gotta watch you, George. I gotta watch you. Because I know you watching me. Don't blame it on me. But anyways, I just had a moment for a minute there. But get your stuff. Go and get y'all stuff. Cause I mean, it's almost 5. I'm just gonna go and hop in my truck and go on up there and get what I need. I told y'all. Beans, rice, peanut butter, and water. Meat eaters, chicken, canned chicken, tuna, mackerel. And salmon. See, I can see it all planned out. I keep getting these side pop-ups. I can see it. Now we quarantine them. Now we stop the food in the grocery stores. People are hungry. We take the buses around to them trains, whatever. We take them and promise them that we're taking them to places where we're going to feed them. They can get good baths and stuff like that because people are going to be so fucking desperate. They're going to be like, well, I guess I'll go. And ain't no telling what's going to happen after that. I called that whole plan out back in 2010. Melanin said, Gregory back. I believe in that kind of stuff, y'all. I don't think our spirit's going to let us down. Keita said it's a very precise and complicated plan because right now they got to give you the illusion you care. They care. They got to. Because if anybody got an inkling that these people planning this stuff, they're going to take to the fucking street. Then here comes the National Guards. Now, also, that girl said that over there, where she at now over there in Europe, someplace over there, she's in Europe right now. She said that the soldiers are on the streets. Soldiers are going to be on our streets too. Because there were videos out years ago showing military on the street, and it was some like people, they call them the 10-4 hat people, like, call people like me 10-4 hat people. And it was a guy, he was saying it. He was saying, it's coming, it's coming. I was right along with, yeah, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Here it is. Yeah, and I always say it might not be in our lifetime. Here it is. But like I said, witches will gonna be fine. Our children are gonna be fine. You understand? Because I know that the food gonna come to us. We're gonna do fine. And it's good we at home with our children anyway. We don't need them quarantining our children in school systems and stuff like that. Quarantine us all together at home. You understand? The family that prays together stays together. You understand? We're going to sit down here and we're going to learn everything. We're going to teach our children, hey, look, it's going to be a time. Things are not going to be like this convenient. We're going to have to work hard to be able to take care of ourselves. Go ahead and have that conversation with your church. Now, they done took over our children's brains. Our children don't have much faith in us no more. They don't believe in us no more. And it's really our fault to allow some strangers to teach our children, family values and all of that stuff. And the people who teaching our children may not have any kind of respect for elders or no family values or whatever. We've allowed strangers to raise our children in these schools. Now you have your children back. They're home with you now. Teach your children home values. Teach your children how to survive this. It's going to be your job now. I heard that churches were not able to come together and commune. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's going to be a wake-up call for a lot of people. And the people who ain't meant to go to the next level, they're going to be checking out and committing suicide. It's going to be some craziness, y'all, man. Suicide rate's going to be up. Brace yourselves. The people who usually commit to suicide, I'm not talking about if somebody gets so sick they just give up and they just do what they do. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people who these are the people who do this. It are the people who don't have a spiritual side. When you got a spiritual side of you, spirituality means hope. When everything else is gone, there's this hope. When there aren't any grocery stores, you can't grow no food, nothing going on for you. You know what I'm saying? You call the spirits and manna falls from the sky. I believe in manna. I never will forget. Y'all seen her on here. One of my sis was on here and she said manna came down out the sky where she was. You know what I'm saying? She didn't even know what it was. I had to tell her, I said, that was manna. She said, it looked like bread. Like kind of like wet bread, she said, was falling out the sky. I said that was miracle work, and long ago people ate that. Fish used to fall out the sky. I mean, sometimes fish still do fall out the sky. Shrimp coming up from people's backyard. It's a man He's in the summertime, he's always out there selling big old shrimps. And people like, where you get these shrimps from? He said, get them out of his backyard. He said he was just digging a hole one day and water started coming up and shrimp just always there. It's coming up, just big shrimp. And this man wanted to find out where he lived at so he could just take over this man's stuff and all of that. And the man couldn't even tell him where he stayed. He had to go and find another location because the man wanted to know where his property was so he can go and steal his shrimps. We don't realize we can manifest abundances in our backyards, find treasures. You can go out in your backyard and you're not even growing anything and just go back there and food is growing, tomatoes, onions. You know what I'm saying? Witches are magicians. Don't forget that. Okay. Oh, look at that. You have land crabs in your yard. See that? Okay. See, beautiful. So you can summons and call these things down to you. Start now. Talk to your spiritual gods. Talk to them now. You understand? Say, hey, look, I'm learning and I'm training myself to be able to call down these things like manna, call down. You can call down. I know a lot of that might not be no good for you right now. When you're home, you can't eat no type of a crystal or a stone or a ruby or what have you and stuff like that. But start teaching yourself how to manifest these things, manifest the impossible. You'll be surprised how good you can get at it. Yeah, Shaman the Witch says they're spraying the sky, but nothing is happening really. For one thing, they're spraying the skies, and I noticed that the sun is still penetrating through it anyways. Something is wrong. You for real? You got to show me some pictures of that melanin dye. Are you trying to be funny? Look, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all a picture. I have a baby palm tree growing out the ground. I'm like, what? Even though palm trees grow in this area and stuff like that, but just to have a baby palm tree that no one planted, just growing up out the yard, is like weird. It's weird. Y'all, I found out what that thing was growing, and I don't know if anybody in Patreon here now. I doubt it, but I found a weird, strange thing growing in my yard. It was orange, and I managed to find out what it was. Anybody remember that orange thing? Okay, okay. So none of my Patreons are in here. It's real. Okay, what's the climate like where you at? Yes, palms are powerful. Girl, you sound badass. You got kumquats and papayas going up in there. In real life, truly, there are some people that can manifest fruit trees and stuff like that. They really can. Avocados growing where avocados shouldn't grow. Banana trees. It was a lady, our climate is well now here these people had banana trees, but what they're really called banana plants. A huge banana plant growing when I went to try to pay the water bill and stuff. I'm like, this thing got bananas on it. She said, yeah. And I said, isn't that kind of unusual? She said, yes, it is. But they got a big old a thing of just abundance of bananas on it and everything. She said it does it every year. So it's like, get familiar with these fruit trees, talk to them, say, hey, look, it's some cold climate. Here it's a very cold climate, harsh temperatures here and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna love you and I'm gonna give you whatever you need and stuff like that. These trees will grow. You'll grow orange trees up north. You'll grow lemon trees where they shouldn't be growing. I feel like I got a pair of eyeglasses on. Yeah, that's true, Akita. It's going back to the tropics here. This was always tropical. It's going back tropical here. When I saw that little baby palm growing, I said, okay, then. I see now what's going on. We didn't have a winter, and if they cannot make it any colder than this, you're gonna all your abundances of papayas are coming back, and all of this stuff that is not native to this area is going to die. Like your squirrels and chipmunks and stuff like that. That stuff come from Europe. That most of that stuff is gonna die. Yeah, coconut palms, right, Akita? Coconut palms, avocados, jackfruits, and everything is coming back. Orange trees, you're right, shamanic witch, grapefruit trees. All your citrus trees and stuff is coming back even to the northern portion of the US. So that's the good thing for us coming. And hey, y'all, it was wonderful. I've been on here 3 hours and 26 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go. I really had a great time and stuff. Tomorrow I'm doing a video again, so y'all can visit me on the next channel tomorrow. We'll do some daylight lives. Okay. Any questions before I go? Everybody got the rundown for the get down? Okay. Show lives. That's what Melanie Dawn said. Show lives. Okay. Thank you, Shamanic Witch. Shamanic Witch says, "Mama, you look beautiful. Thank you so much." And I'm on my way to the grocery store, just like this. I'm gonna keep this on. I'm gonna take a poll. Anybody think I should keep my my mask on, my masquerade mask on, to go to the grocery store? Thank you, Kita's Garden. Thank you. She says congratulations on the book. And for people who just come in, here's the book. I did the artwork, and here are the pages of the book here. And I'm going to do a little bit of reading out of it, hopefully tomorrow. All women are natural born witches. Good night, y'all. Bye-bye. Get y'all some rest. Rate and subscribe. Make sure you subscribing. Click the notification bell, okay? And make sure you're looking out for my live streams and my videos. Okay, good night, y'all. Good night. Good morning, says Melanie Dawn. Bye-bye.